What's going on, guys? I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys are staying safe. Guys, we've got massive news. Dmitry Bivol. It looks like Canelo Alvarez will be taking on Dmitry Bivol. Massive stuff here, guys. If you want to come on and have a chat about it, let's go. Huge news. Very excited about the news about Canelo potentially fighting Dmitry Bivol. What do you guys make of it? Yo, what's going on, Israel? I hope you're good, brother. Hope everything's well. Guys, if you want to come on, I've put the link in the description. Bivol is no joke. Yeah, he's not. William Boxing says Bivol is no joke. Yeah, he's not. Bivol's a very good fighter. Very good fighter. I rate Bivol very highly. He's a good fighter, but I heard GG would go up to 168. Yeah, that's gonna be that's gonna be a great fight. No KP in the house. What's going on? No KP, brother. I hope you're good. Is this fight confirmed? Yeah, it looks like it. Well, it's very close. Very close. That would be for the 168 pounder. Bivol, a harder fight than Charlo. Yeah, he is. Khan Brook, exciting. No KPR. Trust me. I'm excited. I'm excited, all right. I'm excited. I can't explain the excitement right now. It's going to be good, man. It's going to be good. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Let's hope we get a good scrap. Rosif Amarov says, what's going on, brother? Hello, Imran. I think Canelo have to fight GGG in May. It's logical. Yeah, it's great. How are you, Imran? Excited about the fight? Yeah. Yeah, excited about the fight. Really excited. Excited about if Bivol fights Canelo, I'll be very excited as well. And obviously, Khan Brook, we have to, that's a brilliant fight. Brilliant fight. Is this a 50-50 fight? No, I don't know. I don't know. You know what? I don't know. I think Canelo's a favorite in this fight, but it's a good one. No KP says, got to say, Khan looking really confident. Yeah, he is. I'm shocked at how overconfident he's looking. I don't know. I don't know whether that's a good thing or is he just relaxed? I don't know. Is it? I don't know. Khan looks very relaxed. Brook looks a lot tensed, like he wants to rip him in half. I don't like the fight for Canelo. This is going to be a tough fight for Canelo. Wow. Don't care says he's worried. That Bivol is Canelo's kryptonite. I've said this from day one, Imran, mate. You know my opinion. Yeah, you've said to be fair, you have. I have disagreed with you on this one, though. I just think Canelo Alvarez is gonna. I think Canelo's gonna put in a performance here. He's gonna put in a serious performance. Okay, so GGG makes sense in Mexico City. Yeah, that would be massive. That'd be massive. Humzy64 says Peter Fury predicted Khan will win the fight. By the way, he gets a lot of predictions right. Let's hope so, man. Let's hope so. I'm not, like I said, I'm not sure, bro. I'm not sure. Bivol will take a dive like the rest. Wow. Stop it. Brotherhood. Stop that. I've always said Bivol is a fighter that has a good chance of beating Canelo. Let's see, man. Let's see. I don't know. I don't know if he beats Canelo. I think it's going to be tough. Canelo v. Beterbiev in 2023 for Undisputed. I hope so. That'd be a great fight. Great fight. Pull counter from Kell. Yeah. The right hand. That's going to be Khan's kryptonite. The right hand. Pro back channel sitting back on Bivol fight. Logic and common sense is when used when Canelo is not mentioned. Forget those channels. Let's just enjoy if this fight gets made. Rez says Khan's confidence is reassuring. Kel comes across as in awe of Khan's career on Soccer AM. I didn't see the Soccer AM, so I don't know. I hope so. Don't care says I hope Canelo wins because Canelo v Arthur would be a great fight, be a monster fight, huge fight. It'd be a huge fight. Canelo wins via decision v Bivol. Let's see. That's a good fight, man. It's a flipping good fight, that one. Canelo Bivol. It's hard to say, man. It's hard to say. It's a great fight. Great fight. It's hard to say, guys. The real ghost says, it's Greg, mate. I know it's Greg. If Canelo beats him, I'll give him real credit. Bivol is too slick a boxer for Alvarez, in my opinion. Wow. Pull counter from Kel when Khan leans in. Ooh, possibly, man. Possibly. I hope you're wrong, no KP, but there's a good chance. It's like this one's like a time. Like I said, I don't know about this fight at this point. To be honest with you, I don't know. I don't know. It's a tough one. It's a tough one for me. PBC. So PBC still counter offer. Yeah, but the thing is, I don't understand because I don't understand. I thought the Charlo fight was done and we were taught that he was the favorite. Then all of a sudden now we're hearing that Canelo's going in the direction of Bivol. What's changed? I don't quite understand. I'm a bit confused to what's happening here with Canelo. Canelo's always going back. I don't understand. Like, remember when he was supposed to fight Plant, and then he was talking about Bivol. Then all of a sudden he went back to Plant. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if there's another sting in the tail here. I still want to see Canelo v Charlo instead of GGG though. I still want to see. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I'd rather see that. Don't care says Canelo haters should be happy about this fight. Bivol should beat Canelo. Bivol could beat Canelo. Yeah, he could. Yeah, that's a good fight. Charlo v Plant. That's a great fight. Charlo v Plant is a great fight. That's a very, very good fight. And Andre Benavidez. That's a good fight. What about that one? Andre B. Benavidez. That'll be good. That'll be great. Torres says Bivol at Usyk level. They have one Servi at school. I think Bivol will win on points. He's a very good boxer. Why a lot of people picking Bivol here? It's all rumors right now, mate. He's all the money man. So news is all about him. On another note, GGG is too old now for Canelo. Yeah. I don't know though. I think this is quite. You know what? You know what about what's his name? Little Penny's in the house. Steven's in the house. They're all in the house. What's going on, boys?
What's up, my man?
Hey,
I'm
man.
good, man. I'm good, man. It's always man, Steven, man. Your voice is soothing, man. I'm hearing you speak, man. What's going on, my brother? Steven?
Hey, what's up, little Penny?
Hey, Steven. Hi, Imran.
Hi, what's going on, Little Penny? You good?
Yeah, man. Imran, I can't stay for long, so I got to go back to work. But you guys talk.
Steven, man. Bill.
Hold on. Let me get this call. 1 second. 1 second.
Little Penny, you might as well go. Let Steven. He's on his
Oh,
call.
okay. Yeah. So what's going on with this Canelo? Is it Bivol? Like, he's
Yeah.
got so many rumors.
So
What
here's
happened
the
to
thing.
Canelo?
Here's the thing, Little Penny. Apparently, Canelo Alvarez is in negotiations to do a 2-fight deal with DAZN, and he is doing an $85 million deal with DAZN, and that includes Bivol first, and then Golovkin.
I like that Golovkin fight, that third trilogy. That has to be completed. So I like that. I just wish maybe he should do Triple G first and then Bivol next. Why is?
Yeah, I don't understand that myself, to be honest. Why is he gonna go to 175 pounds, then come back down to 168? I don't understand.
Yeah, me too. But I do like that Triple G fight, though. Imran, I've been waiting for that fight for a while, and I do think Canelo will win that fight now because Triple G is what, 39 years old now? Hasn't fought in like 2 years.
Yeah, he's old now. He's quite an old guy.
Yeah, it'll be the same result as the Pacquiao Ugas fight. Like, it'll be like that.
You think you favor him to do a job on Triple G at this point?
Yes, because of inactivity, and also the fact he's older now, and Canelo is in his prime. I don't think Canelo will knock him out though.
You don't think so? You don't think so? A lot of people think that. A lot of people think that Canelo will stop Golovkin at this age.
No. I think
You don't?
I think Golovkin's chin will still hold up. I just think that because Canelo is so much in his prime now, I think he'll just win. Like, it's one of those 9-3, 10-2 fight. You know what I mean?
Right. Yes, it's good though, isn't it? It's definitely a cracking fight, right?
Yeah. I would have preferred probably a Charlo fight because Charlo is still in his prime. Even though he's probably not as good as Triple G, but at least he's still in his prime. Like he's closer to Canelo's prime as well. You know what I mean? Like he's a young, I wouldn't say young guy, but I think that would be, in my opinion, I think that would be a more competitive fight than the Triple G fight. The Triple G, I think he's washed now. Like even his last fight.
I'd agree, Little Penny. You know what? I'd agree with you. I think Triple G's old and Triple G's kind of past his sell by date. But I definitely think that a Charlo fight would have been something that a lot of people would have been very, very excited about. Little Penny.
Yeah. And even if you watch Triple G's last two fights after Canelo, they were pretty bad. Was it against Korobov? Was it Korobov?
No, he fought Derevyanchenko.
Yeah, Derevyanchenko. That was bad. Like he
didn't look good, did he? He didn't look good.
And he was maybe what 36 back then. Now he's 39.
Yeah, 36. Yeah. Now he's near. He's 40 now, isn't he? Golovkin's 40.
Without any fights too, inactivity, and it's like
yeah. I'd have to agree with you. I think Canelo would be a massive favorite going into that fight now. Hey.
Yeah. And Imran, he's not even in Big Bear. Like he where he's training, he's somewhere else. And
isn't he training with Jonathan Banks?
Yeah, but he hasn't been training with him whilst he's waiting. Like,
don't you think?
Time off. Like he hasn't been in America. Hasn't he been in Kazakhstan all this time?
I think he would be. I don't know. I don't know where he's been. I don't know where he's been at, to be honest with you. I don't know where he's been. So, what's going on? One sec. Guys, can you hear me? Lil.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. How's it going?
It's still echoing a little bit.
What about now?
Yeah, it's fine now.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, so guys, if anyone wants to come on, I'm just gonna drop the link in the chat just for you guys. One sec. Yeah, so Little Penny, man. What's going on here?
Hey Imran, what about this Khan Brook fight, man? I'm getting fired up for this.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? It's a good one.
Yeah, man. I love, but man, Kell Brook still looks. I don't think he'll make weight. Imran, like I'm worried for him.
Yeah, he still looks massive, don't he?
Yeah, he looks big, man. I think he's gained more weight. Like when I saw that interview, that where they had the split screen, I was thinking to myself, dude, this guy gone bigger since the press conference.
Yeah, he looks massive, man. He looks massive. It's gonna be epic, man. It's gonna be epic. Carl says Bivol will give Canelo his toughest fight since GGG. I don't think so, though, man. I don't think so. What do you think? How do you see this one?
Bivol Canelo. Yeah, this one will be a strategic fight.
Yeah.
This is not going to be a Triple G Canelo. This will be like this fight here will be like a Canelo like Lara fight where it's highly strategic. I don't know. I'm going to give the edge to Canelo.
Yeah.
Hey, Imran.
Okay, someone's echoing in the back. Who's echoing? Rafael, is it you?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, I think Rafael, sort yourself out, sort the echoing out, and we'll get you back. Mikey, are you gonna go, Little Penny? You got?
Yes. Now that Makai's here, man, I'll go and I'll because I have to go back to work. Cool, man.
All right, no worries, Little Penny. I'll speak to you soon. If you want to jump on in a bit, let me just jump on whenever you're free.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Thanks.
Take care, Little Penny.
All right, bye.
Bye. Makay, what's going on? You all right?
What's up, Imran? How are you?
All good, man. All good speaking to you, man. It was always good talking to you. Makay, you've got your wish.
Bevel, yes, and I did say I wanted I would prefer the zone deal, and I'm happy that he chose that, and I commend him for that as well. Because I mean, in my opinion, I still think Bevel and Golovkin are way tougher fights.
Oh no, Rafael's
than Charlo.
Bivol's a tougher fight than Charlo, you reckon?
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
You know what? I think a lot of people would have preferred. A lot of people would have definitely preferred to see the Charlo fight, in the sense that I think it's a bigger fight in terms of, like, viewership.
Yeah, it's definitely a bigger fight.
Bivol's a tougher fight in terms of he's a bigger guy. He's a very skilled fighter, right?
Yeah, the Charlo fight's more lucrative, of course, but I just think the Bivol and Golovkin. I mean, the Golovkin fight is obviously way more lucrative, but obviously we're talking about the May opponents. So Charlo would be the bigger fight, let's just say, but Bivol is no doubt the tougher fight, the harder fight.
I'd have to agree. I think Bivol is a very skilled fighter. I don't know. Maybe I've been a bit harsh on Bivol. Maybe I'm not giving him much of a chance. Maybe I'm being a bit harsh. Steven, I know Steven's very high on Bivol. Steven.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I sure am, man. Sorry about that, man. I get a lot of calls. I had to take those calls when they come through. But yeah, man. Back to the subject at hand, man. I think, man, Canelo, man. If this fight goes through, then you got to absolutely give Canelo major kudos, because this is going to be a dangerous, and I mean dangerous, fight for Canelo.
Do you know what, Stephen? I don't think he's going to get credit, because we all know Bivol, us hardcores, obviously, we all know Bivol's a good fighter. We all know it's one of his toughest fights, just obviously right behind Beterbiev, in my opinion. He won't get the credit because Bivol is unknown. He's unknown. He's not really a big fighter. So I really don't see him getting credit for it. I'd see him getting more credit if he beat Charlo than if he fought Bivol. But obviously, we all know Bivol's the way to have a fight anyway.
Well, let's do like this. So if anybody in the chat can give us some dimensions on Dmitry Bivol, what's his height, his weight, his height, his reach, etc. Because the reason why I'm asking, because if you take all that and you take all that and put it in consideration, he's a more dangerous fight than Jamal.
He's 6 foot, Stephen. He's 6 foot with a 72-inch arm, 72-inch reach.
Let me.
Yeah, Bevel 6 foot. Canelo's 5'8", I think, with like a 69-inch arm reach. I think something like that.
Yeah, Bivol. He's actually a small heavyweight. That's the thing. Yeah. That's why I really like Bivol, because he's outboxing guys, and Joe Smith Jr. and all. He's outboxing good guys. He's looking really good against guys that are a lot bigger than him.
So Canelo Alvarez is 5'7.5" and his arm and his reach is 70.5" arm reach.
So this is proof in the pudding that if Canelo took this fight, man, then everything I've said about Canelo in past, ducking fights and this stuff, you can throw that in, put that in the garbage, because the Canelo, he's out doing this stuff. This is a tough fight for Canelo, man, a tough fight, and you got to give Canelo. So who won payday? You got to give him you got to give him major props, man. You got to give him props, man.
Yeah, honestly, I thought he was going to go for the. I think I said it as well. I wanted the DAZN one, but I thought he would have went for the Charlo one.
Is Bivol a tougher fight than Beterbiev?
Oh no! Beterbiev.
I think it may be a better. Yeah. Okay. I slightly disagree with you. I think Dmitry, man. I'm just a sucker for a good boxer. If it's a well-rounded, very excellent, he's just a real world skilled pugilist, opinion, man. I just love watching him at work. I love watching him getting this, I love watching him figure his opponents out, working his way out of tough spots. Him in the fight with Joe Smith. that was one of the best fights I've seen. I love Dmitry. I'm real high on Dmitry.
So, Makai, what were you saying about Beterbiev?
Oh yeah, I still think Beterbiev's like Canelo's toughest fight, but I think Bivol is right behind it. It's right. Let's just say in order of like toughest fights for Canelo, it's Beterbiev, Bivol, and then Benavidez, and then Andrade, and then Charlo. Obviously, those are the names that always get put around them that they would like who they wanted to fight. That's probably it for me.
Does this put all the Andrade and all the Charlo duck into one side?
Oh no, a lot of people ain't happy with it. A lot of people ain't happy with Canelo fighting Bivol.
No, but I mean, like for us hardcore boxing fans, does that put all of that nonsense to one side now?
Well, if you was a hardcore, if you were a hardcore, you shouldn't have thought anyway that Canelo was ducking Andrade or Charlo, really. But yeah, it does. Yeah,
I think it does. I think it. Any talk. If he take this fight, man, you gotta salute Canelo, man. You ain't got no choice but to. You ain't got no choice but to, man. If Canelo take this fight, if this fight is really gonna go through, you gotta give Canelo props, man. You gotta give him major props, dude. You got to.
Yeah, and it's obviously because when he tried fighting Bivol the first time, obviously remember he tried to get him to go down, but it's actually the deal is he's fight Bivol at light heavyweight and then fights Golovkin at 168. So he's fighting.
I don't
Bivol,
understand that. Guys, speak about that. Makai, I don't understand that. Why is he gonna go to 175, then come back down to 168 to fight Golovkin? That don't make sense.
It's not as bad because Canelo he's quite a big he weighs quite. I mean his walk around weight is probably like 190 something, so it won't be a big deal really. I mean he'll have to cut less weight to get to like heavyweight, and then obviously he'll have time off, etc. And then he'll have a training camp. And then he'll just have to cut a little bit more to get to 168. I don't think it'll be a big deal for him. It was only a big deal for like someone like Roy Jones because he went all the way up to heavyweight. He actually had to gain weight and everything, gain muscle and everything, and then he went all the way back down. Like, that's why it affected someone like Roy Jones, but it won't affect Canelo because he's already a big guy anyway. He just has to cut less weight.
But yeah, I get where you're coming from. But what I mean is, why wouldn't you fight Golovkin first, then fight Bivol?
Because Golovkin, he's fighting Murata, isn't he? And obviously it's the zone deal. Obviously it's a DAZN deal, so you've only got Bivol, Golovkin, and Andrade, and no one really cares about the Andrade fight. So it's out of those two, and obviously Bivol he hasn't got a fight, and Golovkin obviously he's fighting Murata, so that's probably why.
Eric Teller says, Imran, what round have you got Canelo stopping Bivol? I've said on thing that I think Canelo stops Bivol. I've said it many times. I don't think Steven and Makai are gonna agree with me. But I'll say round 11, same as he did to Plant.
If Canelo stops Bivol, man, that'll be a statement. That'll be a statement.
You know what? I think of his explosive power. I think that's a problem for anyone. I think I've been talking about Canelo's power in the sense that Canelo has explosive power. He hits you with shots that you don't see coming, and he wipes you out. And I don't know whether Bivol can keep Canelo off of him. To be honest, I don't know whether Bivol is strong enough.
I honestly, Bivol is strong. He's strong when he wants to. He just doesn't show. He's a fighter. He's like an Andrade or an Andre Wood. They don't want to try and take you out. They just want to win by points. Things like that. They don't actually go for it to try and stop you. That's what Bivol does. But he has got power to make Canelo not just run him down, let's just say, and everything. He has got the power. He's got the skills and everything too. So I think it'll be a very hard fight for Canelo. And I mean,
I mean,
especially when Canelo doesn't really look good at light heavyweight, he looked slow at light heavyweight when he fought Kovalev.
he ain't stopping Bivol. Not at all, man. I'm willing to bet the whole house on that, man. He ain't gonna stop Bivol. Bivol's he's durable, man. He's just as durable as Canelo. I think it's gonna be a good fight, man. But I don't think he stops him. But if he does stop Bivol, like I said, it's. I mean, you can. I mean, if he stops Bivol, man, it's gonna be the statement of the century. It's gonna be greater than when they released COVID. It's gonna be the biggest news ever. You know what I'm talking about?
That'd be huge if he does stop him.
I think there are a lot of people that actually think that he does stop Bivol, though. I spoke to quite a few people that think that that Canelo will. I just think it's a case where, you know what, Canelo is now viewed as a beast. Do you see what I mean? So it's like it's gonna take something really special, at this point, because Bivol would have to dominate Canelo to beat him. I don't see that happening, guys. I don't see him dominating Canelo. Do you think Bivol?
You really ain't.
Do you think Bivol will get a decision over Canelo?
Do I think what?
Do you think Bivol will get a decision over Canelo? He ain't gonna stop Canelo, right?
No, I mean, yeah, I I don't know. I don't know if he stops Canelo or not. I really don't know. And
when you don't think Bevel will stop Canelo, come on.
Listen, I'm trying to tell you.
Bevel's not stopping Canelo. Come on.
Bevel will bruise his face up with his jab and everything, but yeah, he ain't. I don't think anyone can stop Canelo, to be honest, man. I've seen that guy go 24 rounds with Golovkin.
Yeah. Well, I think Canelo gonna take an ass whooping. Let me say that. He might not stop him, but he gonna take an ass whooping.
You think he'll be like Floyd?
His face might turn out like it did when he fought Floyd. He was all bruised up and everything.
Yeah.
I don't know. Here's the thing, though, Stephen. Floyd's boxing IQ was on another level. Bivol ain't got that. Bivol ain't Floyd, man. He ain't Floyd.
Nah, but he hit harder than Floyd, though.
No, he does hit harder, but
he hit. I mean, Floyd.
Is he as sharp?
This is what I'm saying.
I don't think so, man.
But just look. Hear me out, Imran. Yeah. Floyd wasn't 175 pounds either, man. He wasn't 6 foot. He didn't have the reach advantage. He may have had the reach advantage. May have had the reach advantage.
Yeah, possibly,
but he wouldn't. He don't hit nearly as hard as Bevel. Canelo might take an ass whooping, man. He might take an ass whooping in there, man. Mm-hmm. He might. He might eat some leather that night.
Possibly. So let's get some of these questions in. So, boxing fan says no people saying Canelo ducking Charlo again. So, guys, I'll let you.
Trust me, a lot of people are saying that. Didn't you guys actually notice that when it looked like Canelo was fighting Charlo, everyone was saying, "Oh, it's a cherry pick. Oh, look, he looked awful in his last one." I never saw a positive thing about that. And now he's fighting Bevel. He's all of a sudden now ducking Charlo. Like, it makes no sense.
That's bull crap, man. That's I've had my y'all know that I've had my qualms with Canelo and his method. But to say that, man, to right now, man, with the pending news, I mean, Canelo been stepping up to the plate, man. He might fight Triple G again. He might fight Gennady again. So, man, I mean, I just think and I said this before, whenever you're at the top of the heap and you the king, you always gonna get criticism. You always gonna get more criticism than you deserve. And it's right, since some of you gotta expect that because you're the king. But if you really sit down and you really analyze somebody's moves and everything, now I didn't get the Makabu. I didn't get that move. I was like, huh? What's this about? But ever since then, it don't look like he gonna fight Makabu. It look like he really want a challenge. So I gotta really salute Canelo. I gotta take my hat off and I gotta salute him. You know what I'm saying? Because he looking at some killers. Jamal really ain't no sucker. Jamal ain't no pushover. I think he beats Jamal. but that's still a tough test. So we if he depending on who he fights next, we gotta stop saying that Canelo's ducking.
Yeah,
So,
I mean,
what do you think about the brotherhood comment, Mikey? Canelo turned down a career payday to fight Bivol.
okay, so I heard he was getting like 45 mil to fight Charlo, so 1 fight deal, and this is a 2 fight deal, and he's getting 85 million. So yeah,
Don't you think that's a bit? Don't you think? Like, I don't want to say 85 million's less, man, because
Right.
it's serious money, man. But what I mean is, don't you think that's for Canelo? That's Canelo should be earning a little bit more than earning more than that. If you see where I'm coming from, like when you compare it to what Floyd was earning, like where Canelo's at, does that just show that Floyd maybe was on a different level commercially? In 2 fights, if he's gonna fight Bivol and Golovkin, they're really tough fights. You'd expect maybe 150 million for those. I'm just putting it out there.
yeah, I can understand what you mean. 'Cause Floyd did get paid a lot more. I think he's I think he's told us that as well, like in every single interview about when they talk about.
I'll be right back. I gotta handle something here, but I'll be right back.
Cool,
Yeah,
cool,
right.
Yeah, go on, Mikey. What were you saying?
But with Floyd, obviously, when he was Money Mayweather, let's just say, he was choosing a lot of obviously in Marquez, like the guys with the big fan bases, the Latinos and everything.
Yeah, he had more competition, didn't
he? Yeah, that's honestly why I think all those stadiums were packed out. He got a lot of pay-per-view buys. It wasn't just Floyd. It wasn't just people that supported Floyd. It was obviously the big fan base. Obviously the guys who were fighting and everything. Because I mean, even when he was fighting them, I mean, I'm pretty sure like the opponents, like Cotto and everyone, they had more fans there. I'm pretty sure they did, right?
Yeah, they had huge fan bases. They were big stars in there.
Floyd fought guys with really big fan bases, so I don't actually know. But with Canelo, I mean,
he has
when he's fighting the guys, it's like the guys who he's fighting don't even have any fans, like at the place they're fighting. That's how it feels sometimes. But yeah, I mean, about 85 million. Find Bevel, Golovkin. I mean, it's way better than the Charlo one, no doubt.
So my brother Marky Dan is in the super chat. He says Canelo has a great PR team. That they are the ones out these rumors about fights just to see what gets traction. They even had us believing he was going to fight Floyd again and Usyk. So what do you think about Marky Dan's? Do you think that the Canelo's PR team put these rumors out there so then they can gauge what the fans think of those fights?
I mean, it could be, but the Usyk, I mean, I don't think there was ever any like news saying, "Oh, Canelo might be fighting Usyk." I mean, there was never anything like that. I never saw anything like that. But I mean, that's not a bad thing to say. I mean, that very well could be true. Though obviously they see like which one gets more, traction. Traction. I mean, that's actually not.
It could be done strategically. Yeah,
that actually could be done very. Yeah, I mean, what's actually getting more traction? Because obviously the Charlo fight, I saw a lot of people hating on that fight, but I see a lot of people hating on the Bevel one, but the Golovkin has a big fan base. All of his fans, even me, obviously want to see the third fight. Obviously, because a lot of people thought Golovkin won the first two. They all thought it like we were supposed to get the trilogy actually in 2019, wasn't we? But then obviously it didn't happen. So yeah, it could be. I don't really know, to be honest. But he could always go to the Golovkin fight in September. I mean, let's say if he fights Charlo in May, which is a 1-fight deal, he could always fight Golovkin in September. He could always just do that.
Yeah, I am. I don't know. I don't know. What would you think the Charlo fight would be bigger than the Bivol fight?
Yeah, it is bigger. It's definitely bigger. It's just not better though. But obviously, yeah. It's definitely bigger, though.
But you know, the thing is with Charlo, apparently there's some rumors he didn't want to come to 168 or something. I heard something. I don't know how true they are. Do you think that could be an issue? But surely, why would Jamal Charlo turn down the opportunity to move to 168 pounds to fight Canelo? I don't get it.
If I actually saw something like that as well, if that's true, then I really don't like Charlo. I'll hate him even more if he's actually trying to get the A side, a so-called pound for pound number one, down. You know, that, like, obviously he's literally acting like he's the A side, getting him what to do and everything. If that's actually true, then yeah, that's ridiculous. But we'll find out, I'm pretty sure. I mean, obviously, let's say Canelo fights Bevel in the fight week, he'll get asked questions and everything.
Rafael keeps echoing. I don't know what's going on with Rafael's thing. He keeps echoing. But yeah, carry on.
What was I saying?
You were saying about I think Charlo. I think.
Yeah. I mean, Canelo will get asked about why he picked Bevel and all that. He could bring it up, saying maybe Charlo wanted him to go down to 160. I mean, we'll eventually find out.
So let's answer some of these questions. So it says here, boxing historian says, no matter who these elite fighters fight, the uneducated fans just call them ducking for not fighting who they want. I agree. That's Davey, my man. He's made a strong point there. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I mean, how you gotta look at him? I can understand why people hate Canelo sometimes, but they hate him for the wrong reasons. For the very wrong reasons at times. Right, Canelo can only fight one guy at a time, okay? If he fights Bivol, he's ducking Beterbiev, he's ducking Benavidez. Like, he can only fight one guy at a time. You know what would make it better? If these guys actually fought each other.
Yeah, I'd agree.
I mean, Golovkin, he's fighting Murata. Yeah, unification, that's obviously a huge fight in Japan. It's one he's wanted for ages now. Since 2016, 2017. So he's going to get that. I mean, he's already earned that more than everyone else, except Beterbiev, maybe. See, Beterbiev got beat Woodsvik, and he'll beat. I hear he's fighting Joe Smith. So yeah, that'll be good.
So Matthew Martinez says Canelo ducking Charlo, Tank, Gary Russell, Guo Haney, Andre Boots. I think he's messing around. James Day says Canelo continues to duck the lions and chases the easy fights, but Beterbiev is more dangerous than Bivol.
James Day said that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I don't think I need to say anything because he said it. I mean, he always comes out with nonsense. He does always.
Beterbiev, do you think it is a more dangerous fight than Bivol, though? As you stated,
not the last bit he said. He says, well, Canelo continues to duck the lions and chase easy fights. Yeah, and then obviously easy fights. He's calling Bivol and Golovkin easy fights. Like he's basically saying.
Do you think Jamal wins against Castano? He's fighting Castano again, isn't he? In the
he is. No, I think Castano's gonna win, but
really,
Charlo, he has got that power that can get you out there. But yeah, I think Castano will win.
If it goes the distance.
If it goes the distance, he'll get a decision as well because it's not in Texas this time. Obviously, that's where Charlo's from. It was going to be in Texas, and then Castano said,
"If it's a stoppage, you favor Charlo."
Yeah.
If there's a stoppage in the fight, then I think that
it will most likely be Charlo.
Yeah.
He has got power. So
yeah, Charlo will get TKO. You have all these black bias channels that think Charlo will beat him. Why do they hate Canelo? I don't know, to be honest. I don't think Charlo beats Canelo. What do you think? Do you think Charlo can beat Canelo?
No, he get knocked out. Yeah, these channels, LDBC. It's a really bad thing because it's like they're literally brainwashing. Like they're literally coming out with false news. By the way, like they make up things sometimes to make their
Yeah, I
fight
don't
look
really
good.
watch. I don't really
Yeah.
watch a lot of that stuff, to be honest. I
Yeah,
don't
and
really watch.
yeah. Obviously, it's a good thing you don't as well. Obviously, I don't, but obviously when I saw their old videos, and they literally brainwash people. They're probably brainwashing people like James Deere. That's why he's coming out with nonsense all the time. I mean, I bet he watches those. It's like things like that. You know, when I'm in Facebook groups, like people are sharing stuff about Canelo, like the fake news about Canelo and all that, and it's just like these LDBC channels and everything. It's not. It's actually very bad.
Mm. So what's Marky Dan saying? Marky Dan always comes out with good comments. Yes, I think Mel is more versatile and can improve. What, and more versatile than Mal, you think? Yeah, possibly. I think Jamal is I think Jamal's a good fighter. But he's got a lot of power. Humzi says GGGV Andrade needs to happen. That's a good fight. Makai?
I mean, well, Golovkin, he's fighting Murata, and then he's gonna be fighting Canelo in September. So and let's just say if he beats Canelo, or if he loses, yeah, it'll be 2023. He'll be 41. He'll be 41, I think. Yeah, and I mean the Murata fight and the Canelo fight, he might take some damage in the Murata fight. He probably will. And the Canelo fight, he definitely will. And he's old, man. Like those things really affect you. These training camps, like people always forget. They always say, "Oh, Golovkin needs to be active. He's not beating the guys that Canelo are beating and all that. He's not as active like him." But mate, he's literally almost 40. I think he is 40. No, he's literally 40.
Yeah.
Like it's very hard for someone to do things like that. So I don't see the Ando for happening. But I mean, you think we could get the Andre Charlo fight now? Why don't that fight happen? I mean, I don't know why not a lot of people are even calling for that. They want Andre or Charlo to fight an old man or Canelo. I mean, like it's stupid.
So Ahmed says Canelo will beat Golovkin comfortably. Do you think so?
I mean, we need to see how good. We need to see how Golovkin looks because he's been out for a year. We need to see how he looks. If he looks good, then definitely not. Golovkin's still one of his toughest fights, as it stands right now.
Yeah, I'd agree. Ismail Rosales says, Imran, it doesn't make sense that Canelo fights Bivol then GGG because Bivol is 175 and GGG is 160. I've just stated that as well. I don't understand that. I don't understand that, to be honest. I don't get it, Makai. Doesn't make sense to me.
I don't think the weights will be a problem because it's not like he's actually having to like gain weight or anything to make light heavyweight, like gain muscle weight.
But is that fair though? Is that fair though, in the sense that why is Canelo going up to 175 and then he gets to hold his titles? If you're moving up to another weight class, surely those belts need to be freed, you know?
Well, he's only fighting Bevel in May, and then he's going to be defending those belts at 168 versus Golovkin, so he's defending it. So it's I don't think it's fair. I think that's fair.
Right. Okay. Let's answer these questions. Charlo is going to end up fighting another Montiel. Probably.
Probably. I mean, do you know what? I mean, I don't. I like to see Charlo Munguia or something like that.
Yeah, that'll be a good fight. Charlo Munguia. Jim says Charlo wanted to fight at 160 pounds as he's the A side. Laugh my ass off. He's not the A side against Canelo, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's
no
ridiculous.
One is. Nobody's the A side. Yeah, nobody's the A side. Nobody's the A side against Canelo, unfortunately. Let's answer these questions. KAE Boomerang says, your cheeks now, the discussion is between Beterbiev and Joe Smith. Oh, yeah. How do you see that fight going? Beterbiev and Joe Smith. That's a good fight.
Oh, I think Beterbiev's going to pummel him, man. Honestly. I mean, Smith, Smith's got power. He could definitely land one. He could definitely do what Callum Johnson done, but I definitely don't see him beating Viterbi, man. Viterbi as an animal. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't.
he'll be he's the
Too strong.
power. He'll be too much for Smith. He'll be made. I mean, Smith. He's a guy he's a come forward guy, really, isn't he? He likes to be the one in charge, let's say, but he's going to be getting pushed back. And when you're getting pushed back, when you're getting put in situations you've never been put in before, you usually crumble. You usually don't do that good. I mean, that's why we saw in the second Golovkin fight, Golovkin didn't look so great for those first five because obviously Canelo was the one walking him down, which obviously we never saw before.
So it says here, are there some sort of okay? So Canelo is getting mocked by the American press for this, says James Deere. For what? Fighting Bivol?
Yeah, obviously the American press, yeah. There you go. He's actually saying, yeah, they're American. That's why. Then they of course they're gonna go against Canelo, find a European fighter. That's just how it is. Yeah, I'm not shocked there.
Jonathan Ramirez says GGG owes DAZN a lot. He has not fought anyone to generate what they spent on him. What do you think?
I mean, he's next fight. That's a huge fight in Japan as well. He's gonna make a lot of money. That's gonna make a lot of money, that fight.
Is that going to get them sign-ups, though? Is that going to get DAZN sign-ups? GG Murata?
DAZN's worldwide, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then yeah, it will. Obviously, Japan and all that. Because obviously Murata, he's big star in Japan. So yeah, it will get numbers. And I mean, you got to look at when Golovkin signed up. Obviously, DAZN, he got a warm-up fight, Steve Rolls. Then he fought Derenchenko, obviously for the IBF belt, and then he had a mandatory, and then that's this year. That's the only times he's fought. So I mean, I don't know, and I don't know why people like him saying, "Oh, GG owes DAZN a lot. He's not fought anyone." Like they always just say it about Golovkin, but what the hell is Andre doing? What the hell is Munguia doing? He's in the zone, isn't he? Yeah, he's in the zone, right? Munguia, he's a middleweight. I don't know why they're just saying it about Golovkin, and they're saying it about a guy who is. I read in the comments they said he's 40 in April. He's literally an old man. He's literally an old man, but Golovkin still has to fight everyone. I mean, he's not looking to be undisputed anymore. He's not looking to be an active. He's looking to get big paydays and everything, and then he's gonna head out. That's what he's gonna do. Yeah, he's under right to do things like that as well. It's the thing.
Why didn't Short Jimmy says? Why didn't Charlo move up to 168 and get a belt if he really wanted the Canelo fight?
Yeah, I mean, Charlo, I don't know why he could have fought Caleb Plant. I don't know why he's not fighting Benavidez. Yeah, he called Benavidez out. He's the one that actually called Benavidez out, and now he's ducking that fight. He's not interested in Andrade. He's keeping calling out Golovkin, but obviously Golovkin's fighting Murata. He's literally just doing irrelevant stuff. He doesn't want to fight anyone, man.
Paula Harrison says Felix Cash. What do you make of Felix Cash? Have you seen a lot of him?
Yeah, I've seen Felix Cash fight. He's alright. He's a British level fighter. He's got that this undefeated Russian. Yeah, number 3 in the WBA. I haven't seen much of that guy, but I mean, he's Russian, so most Russians are tough.
How do you see the Ryder Jacobs fight playing out?
Jacobs didn't look so good in his fight with Rosado. He's obviously not in his prime anymore. He just isn't as good as he used to be. Whereas I think John Ryder's actually possibly getting better. How old John Ryder, Imran? Do you know? By the top of your head?
I don't know. I'll have to check. One sec.
I think he's like 29, 30. Just 30. I don't really know, but I mean, he's enough to try and fight Jacobs.
33.
Like, he's 30.
33.
Oh, okay. Getting on as well, to be honest. I mean, he fought Callum Smith really well, but then again, Callum Smith, he's not really a fighter who uses his feet, who has a jab. He's not really as fast as Jacobs. He's definitely more powerful than Jacobs, but I think Jacobs is more athletic. He obviously uses his jab. He's got quick hands. Obviously his technique's not really that great, but if he's coming prepared, then I think he will win. But I think Ryder will put up a good fight. I'll say that.
Yeah, I'd have to agree.
I might have to go Jacobs though, yeah.
Yeah, Jacobs is a more experienced guy. So Brotherhood says, how else can Charlo move up and get a belt without fighting Canelo? Smart guy.
I'm pretty sure we were talking about before Canelo was trying to get more belts. God, brother, you continue to surprise me.
So Matthew Martinez says, haven't heard anything from Inoue the Monster, waiting for his next fight. I think they're talking about him and Donaire, aren't they?
Yeah, the rematch. Oh man, I can't wait for that.
That'd be a great fight. Great fight. That'll be a good one. Inoue v Donaire. That's a top fight. Scratch Your Seat said Charlo ain't gonna move up anyway. But if he's not gonna move up, who do you want to see Charlo fight?
I still think he'll move up.
Right. Okay.
I still think he's gonna move up. I mean, he's killing himself anyway to make 160. So's Andre. These guys are all huge for their weight class. But Andre is moving up anyway. He's fighting Zach Parker. I think.
Yeah, it looks like it. That's for the fight. And then they're talking about Benavidez after, right?
Yeah. I mean, will Andre fight Benavidez? We'll see.
I hope so. That'd be a great fight.
Really? I think Benavidez shuts him out.
You reckon?
I don't think that's a good fight for Andre, man.
I don't know. That'd be good. I like that fight. You know, I think both of them are pretty untested at world-class level, right?
Yeah, but did you say they're not well tested?
I said they haven't really fought another world-class fighter, really.
Yeah, true. I'm just obviously I'm looking at like how they all fight and everything. Obviously, I mean, it's a bit like this. Williams, he was a come forward guy. He's not really, but yeah, he's got power, but he's not really as explosive. He's not really fast. He's coming forward. Gave Andre a really good fight. Even rocked him a few times. I had Andre winning just by one or two rounds. Benavidez, a bigger version, way better endurance. He's tough, power. He's fast. Like, I think he knows that he cuts the. I wouldn't say he cuts the ring off, but he'll be at you at all times. And Andre, he hasn't got the stamina. I don't think he's as tough as well to just do what he does for a whole 12 rounds against someone like Benavidez. Benavidez would be way too much for him.
So Jairo Ramirez, thanks for the super chat. Now Jairo Ramirez says, at the end of the day, Canelo is the only one that has been fighting champion after champion. The man is reaching for greatness.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, obviously we've got other guys like, obviously like Josh Taylor and all that, but people near his weight class, like 160, 68, yeah, he's the only one. I mean, at 175, Bevel, he's fighting Smith right now. He's gonna have 3 belts. Bevel, I don't think it's Bevel's fault because he's got the wrong management with him. But 160 to 168, yeah, they're all waiting for just Canelo. No doubt.
Mackay, Marky Dan says, what do you think about Conor Ben v Mikey Garcia? They say it's being scheduled.
Well, obviously, I don't really rate that Conor Ben. Honestly, if Mikey Garcia actually takes it serious, yeah, as a good training camp, he still will beat Conor Ben. Honestly, I don't really rate Conor Ben at all. That's
think
me.
he
Bit.
beats him
I
comfortably?
know people will disagree because they think, oh no, he lost to Sandor Martin. I mean, why not do Sandor Martin versus Eubank? No, versus Ben.
Ben. Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I wouldn't mind that either.
Is that a
I,
welterweight?
yeah. Oh wait, no, it wasn't well, was it? Mikey, wasn't that?
That was 140 pound, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, I think it might have been 140 pound if I'm not mistaken. I don't
Oh,
know. I
I
might
don't know.
be.
Well, and people are probably going to disagree because Ben's got a lot of hype in him, and Mikey just obviously came off a really, really bad loss, and he doesn't seem like he's taking boxing serious at all. Well, he never really has, let's be honest. But yeah, honestly, I still think he'll beat Ben.
Yeah. Marky Dan makes a good point. He says Ben v Sandro Martin wouldn't really sell.
Yeah, but I mean, Hearn's trying to put him in with Maurice Hooker. I mean, Maurice
Yeah.
Hooker maybe, obviously, because Maurice American audience, but surely you still put him in with someone who's got a bit more of a bigger name. Well, actually, he did try to put him the Adrian O'Brien, didn't they?
Yeah, but
He's
that's a
got
rubbish fight, by the way.
oh yeah, it's a terrible fight, but obviously he's got a bit of a big name in America. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
Would you favor Conor? So like, who would you like to see Ben fight?
Conor Ben, Kavalaskis.
Kavalauskas?
Very hard fight, isn't it?
That's a very, very tough fight. To be honest with you, that I wouldn't favor him in that fight at all. I think Kavalauskas may do a number on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a super tough fight. Super tough. Avanesian?
Yeah, I love that fight too. But obviously they won't make that fight.
No.
They probably won't make Kavalaskis either because I'm pretty sure Kavalaskis is actually knocked Avazenian out.
Yeah, Kavalauskas,
Yeah.
Avanesian, yeah. Yeah, so yeah, man, Conor Ben's got a long way to go. What did you make of Eubank's performance against Williams?
Honestly, Imran,
Yeah.
you want my honest opinion there?
Yeah.
I think they both look trash. Honestly, I don't think they look great.
I said that as well. Wasn't impressed.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, Eubank, man. He just doesn't look good when he boxes. Like even his jab and everything, like his technique, like I really don't see him being any of the champs. Golovkin, hell no. Murata, no. Charlo, I think Charlo will jab the hell out of them. Honestly, I really do. But that fight would probably go 12. I reckon Golovkin would stop Eubank. Like Munguia, I still think Munguia would beat Eubank, but I mean that's not a bad fight. Him and Munguia, but yeah, like Eubank, I don't rate him either, man.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. I don't really rate Eubank like that. I think Eubank gets beat. Yeah. What did you make of Eubank winning Golovkin and Canelo?
I mean, yeah, of course you're gonna want them. They're big money fights. Yeah, so it's understandable. Yeah, it's understandable. He's gonna call for those fights.
So what's this here? Rebel says Amir Khan had a very good lawsuit against Alvarez. Canelo. When did Amir Khan have a lawsuit against Canelo?
That's news to me. I didn't know that. What was it about?
I don't know. This is the first I'm hearing of that. But that's what someone in the chat said it. So Matthew Martinez says Charlo should fight Liam Williams or the winner of Jacob Ryder.
No, well, if it goes to 160, I mean, to be fair, obviously I think Jacobs and Charlo, yeah, count me in for that fight. But Williams, no way. No way.
Liam Williams, oh no,
no way.
He was terrible against Eubank.
I mean, I don't rate Charlo, but Charlo definitely beats him.
Yeah.
He definitely beats Liam Williams.
no doubt.
I
On
don't.
that,
I don't even. I think Liam Williams is a bit shot now.
yeah, he looked at. He was getting put down by jabs.
Yeah. I mean, Eubank's not that powerful. He's not that
No,
powerful, mate. He's got power, but he's not that powerful. Come on.
no.
Yeah.
So Jesus coming, it says, where is Christian? Okay, you've got to haters doing something wrong. Okay, so Canelo fans, Canelo gets free promotion of all boxing channels. Yeah. Marky Dan says Mikey fighting at 140 now. So Matthew Martinez says Mikey's fighting at 140 now. So it looks like okay, so is a new in New York, a new is being so Charlo v Eubank, forget the Canelo fight, says Brotherhood. So Charlo v Eubank, how do you see that one, Makai?
Yeah. I mean, he's not stopping Eubank.
Yeah,
He's not stopping him. That
yeah.
fight goes 12, but yeah, Charlo wins. Charlo wins that fight definitely. I think
Yeah,
he'll just yeah he'll win using each
jab.
yeah uses yeah
Yeah, I just don't think Eubank has the fundamentals, you know?
yeah he's not yeah he's just not a good fighter really in my opinion, man. He's just not that good.
Yeah, you know, what did you make of Eubank and Conor Ben? Like, do you think that's possible?
It will be down the line when Ben gets bigger, because obviously Ben's still very young. That fight might happen, but people calling for it now, yeah, no way. Eubank would beat the crap out of him because of the size.
Hmm.
The size will be way too much. Eubank will bully him.
Right. Yeah, fair enough. It says Matthew Martinez, Jaro says, if Canelo can duck, then what is a Charlo duck? Yeah. So what about Lemieux v Benavidez? How do you see that one going, Makai?
If this was Lemieux in his prime, the Lemieux that fought Golovkin,
Yeah.
then oh my god, that's I might pick Lemieux. Lemieux's
Mm-hmm.
powerful, man. He's powerful. That is such an underrated win off Golovkin as well. That Lemieux,
Billy Joe
like,
beat Lemieux as well, to be fair.
yeah, but that Lemieux, I mean, obviously the styles as well. To be fair,
Yeah.
like the styles that style would beat Lemieux, but Lemieux he was a bit washed really
Yeah.
at that time.
Golovkin ruined him. I don't think he was the same guy after that, to be honest.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
think, I think Golovkin really. I think Golovkin took something from him that night. He battered him. He totally
Yeah.
whitewashed. Like he totally battered him, man. He totally battered him.
Imran, and that I think of it. That wasn't Golovkin wasn't even in his prime. Golovkin was like 30.
Yeah,
I
6
believe
or
he
something,
was
35.
35. Yeah, he wasn't in, and he was doing. And he done a job like that.
That was a beat down. That was a
Yeah.
beat down. That was what you call a beat.
Yeah, exactly.
Billy Joe, Plant, and Smith are paper champs, says the Brotherhood. Would you agree?
Well, I'm not gonna. You know why I'm not gonna? I mean, you could say that, but you know why I'm not gonna agree? Because Brotherhood, obviously, he rates Charlo and Andrade. How are they any different?
Yeah.
They can't just be different because you like them. They're paper champs then. So yeah, I'm not going to agree because he's saying. I'm not going to agree with him because he's the one that's saying it.
Yeah. Saeed Tariq Hussein Shah is asking, how do you see Khan and Brook?
I don't really gave that fight for. When is it?
Next week.
It's next week. Fucking hell.
Tough
See,
one, eh?
yeah, it's actually quite a hard fight to predict because they both lost their chins. I mean,
Yeah.
Khan's. But I mean, Brook, man, he got rocked with a jab.
Yeah, Brook
Like,
got,
honestly, it's not a bad, like, Khan honestly can stop him and so can Brook.
yeah.
But Khan, he's not really as fast as he was anymore.
Yeah.
He's not really that fast, man.
Yeah.
I might. Oh, God. You know, I'm gonna favor. I'm gonna favor Brook. I'm gonna favor Brook. Yeah.
Yeah. By stoppage or by point?
Yeah. He's stoppage. I think he'll stop Khan. You know, Brook, he's got good boxing ability as well. I think he'll time. He's got good timing and everything. I think he'll time Khan when Khan goes in.
How do you see this fight in the primes?
Khan,
Yeah.
Khan, no
Yeah.
doubt.
A lot. See, it's a lot of people. I kind of tend to agree with you in the sense that I'm 50-50. I don't really know who's going to win, but I actually think Khan in his prime, his foot speed and hand speed might have been too much.
Mm,
But I
no
think
doubt.
now it's kind of like those have diminished.
Yeah,
So Brooks, the bigger guy, bigger puncher, and he probably lands. He probably could land something. So yeah, I agree with you on that. To be honest, I think Brook has a much better chance for me now. Where some people see it the other way, but I don't know. We'll have to find out next week. Hopefully, it's a great fight. Hopefully.
yeah,
Junior Delgado says that's the best thing Canelo can do to see if the 160 and 168 mix it together and want to see them fight each other too. Yeah, man, I want to see Andrade fight Benavidez. That's a great fight. Is
yeah.
that a fight you'd be interested in?
Charlo Benavidez.
Andrade Benavidez.
Oh, Andre, but I mean, yeah, I mean, see, you know how I feel about it. Yeah, I mean, why? Yeah, we need to see them those two. I mean, they're both really hyped. Why not?
Yeah. Who do you, if Canelo leaves 168, who do you think comes out on top?
So if Canelo left 168, you probably never heard of them. Pavel Siliagan. This Russian.
Siliagan.
Yeah, he's had like 6 fights, but he's in some belt rankings and everything. He's had a very experienced amateur career. He's a Russian.
Right. He's had a very extensive amateur background.
Wait, I'll type him up. I bet you wasn't expecting that, man, was you?
No, I wasn't. Pavel.
Yeah, Pavel City. Oh, he's not. Let me go on his box rec. Wait. Yeah, it's not letting me go on it for some reason. But he's only had like 6 fights, I think. I think he's had quite a big amateur career and everything. Man, he's a great boxer. Great boxer. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think he'll come out on top. Oh, I think he's had 10 fights, 5 KOs.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, and he's not actually in like the Ring Magazine top 10s, but he's in like with the belt rankings and all that. I think he's like number 7. I remember seeing it. I think his nickname, I think, is the Stylish Assassin. That's badass. Yeah, I think him, Pablo Siliagan.
Yeah. What about the middleweight division? Who do you think comes out on top on that?
Right, let's say they all fought each other. At the moment, I'm going to go with Golovkin, but I don't know how he looks. We haven't seen him for a while, but I'll go with Golovkin at first.
You're going to go with Golovkin at 40 years of age to still be undisputed.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So, what do you make of, like, if Golovkin fought Canelo? Do you think Golovkin would stand a chance?
Oh yeah, well, obviously I need to see how he looks against Murata. But I mean, judging by his last fights and everything, I think he still puts a really good fight with Canelo. And he's had a year. He's obviously a new trainer and everything. I think we're going to see a very good Golovkin when he fights Murata.
I think he should beat Murata. I'm really looking forward to how the middleweight division plays out. Does Charlo go back to 160, or if he doesn't get the Canelo fight, does he stay at 160 and look to fight? I don't know, because if Golovkin has a chance to become undisputed at 168, he might take that opportunity because he may think that I may have not got opportunity to become undisputed at middleweight, but I have a chance at super middleweight by fighting Canelo.
I'll be honest, Imran. I think if Charlo and Andrade is Janabek, he's fighting someone for the vacant belt, and Charlo goes, I think it will save the middleweight division because those two guys were just holding that division up. Really, I mean, they were just waiting on Canelo paydays, and they're not really exactly trying to actually like find legacy, if you know what I mean. But you know, we're gonna have guys like Janabek. Loads of guys coming up and everything. So I think it will save the division a little because obviously because of what they already were doing.
Brendan Jackson says Charlo and Andrade aren't taking Gigi's power. Would you agree?
No, they're not. Yeah, they're not. Especially Andrade. Andrade.
Do you think Andrade's chinny? Do you think
What was that?
Andrade's chinny?
Yeah.
You think Andre's chinny?
Yeah, definitely chinny. Definitely.
Munguia hasn't fought anybody, says Pepe. He's overrated as well. What do you think?
He's definitely improving. That's why Golden Boy ain't rushing him. You know, he's had obviously he fought Rosado, who I actually thought I didn't actually watch the Jacobs fight, but a lot of people thought he won that fight. And then he knocked out Bektemir, undefeated guy. So he was coming off very good fights. And Munguia won. He beat Zarameta, who Golovkin fought, but I mean, I didn't really rate that Zarameta anyway. Tough, very tough though. But yeah, they're just Russian Munguia, but I wouldn't say he's overrated because I don't think he's getting that much hype anyway. Really, is he? I don't really know. I don't really see a lot of people talk about him.
Talk about who, Munguia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I see a lot of people talk about him. But I mean, I guess you can call him overrated. But I think him versus Charlo is actually a very good fight.
Yeah, I think so. Marky Dan says, I think Shakur or Ennis will be the future pound for pound in 5 years' time. Who do you think will be the future Imran? Who do you think, Mackay? And then I'll give my opinion.
Oh God, you put me on the spot. Virgil Ortiz. There's Shakur Stevenson. Who else is there?
Ennis? Jaron Ennis?
Maybe. Maybe.
Ennis is an absolute monster. Ennis is massive. I think Ennis is just so big.
Yeah, but we're talking future pound for pound, so like he's gonna be by then he's gonna be able to move up in weight divisions and everything. If he actually does it properly, then I don't think he will. Honestly, but I really like Virgil. I like Shakur, man. Yeah, I can't actually think of the top of my head right now, but yeah, those are the two that come to my mind.
So, my man. Celestial Being says, so someone's doing a live stream right now, and a commentator said you did a video on Charlo v. Bivol is a done deal. The little black guy said you were just another rumor source. I never said it was a done deal. I said it's a deal that's closing in, which I heard from Mike Coppinger, who is one of the best sources. Wouldn't you agree, Mackay? Mike Coppinger, one of the best sources in boxing?
Yeah, he's mostly right. He works for ESPN now, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's where I got, and I didn't say the fight was done. I said the fight is closing in, or that's what I think I wrote anyway on the title. I said Canelo breaking news.
Yeah,
Canelo,
close to find Dmitry Bivol next.
Yeah, close to fight. Yeah, exactly.
God,
So
it does. It's very annoying when people put words in your mouth, innit?
Yeah,
very,
exactly. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, honestly.
I didn't say the fight was done. I didn't say, oh, it's announced for a certain date. I just said it was closing in.
Even that's just irritated me, and I'm not even.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, like Papa Latudo says Parker gonna beat Andrade at 168. Well, I was speaking to Ray about this, Makai, and he said, hell no. He goes, Zach Parker's not great.
Yeah, he's not. He's very basic. He's got power. Don't get me wrong. If he does get Andrade, there's a high possibility he knocks him out, and that's me being honest there as well. But yeah, I'm definitely favouring Andrade. But if Parker does beat Andrade, then he's literally saving boxing a little, because Andrade, he's not good for boxing.
I think Andrade will beat Parker quite easily. I'd rather see him fight Janibek at 160, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. Love that fight. But
You think Janibek beats Andrade?
yeah, I really rate that Janibek. But I mean, Janibek, he'll get that belt. He'll call for the other guys. So we'll see. Who knows? Janibek could be another Golovkin, get avoided. Who knows, man? Who knows? But yeah, I can't wait to see how he does at middleweight.
So it says a damn shame that Charlo Andrade unification hasn't happened. I agree, man. It is a damn shame, Makai. It is a damn shame.
Very, yeah, absolutely. I don't know why. I don't know why it's not happening. Like, why is it not happening?
Man. It's
They're
bad.
both in their primes.
Yeah, it's bad, man. It's bad. It should have happened long time ago as well.
Exactly.
Long time ago, it should have happened, that fight.
Now they're both moving up. I think Charlo might be moving up. Who knows? I know Andrade is.
Who wins that fight?
Crap. You see, I reckon I've said Andrade and I've said Charlo as well. I reckon I've said that in your live stream. That I've picked both. Right. I'm gonna pick Charlo just because Andrade, I think he's actually getting a bit worse now. Because obviously he's very, very inactive. He's how old is he now? 34?
Yeah, Andre's 34, yeah.
34, yeah, he's very inactive. And I think the weight, like him going to 160, is actually getting to him out a little. With the obviously Charlo, he's a big guy as well, but I think he's a bit more active than Andrade. I think he's got the style to beat him, maybe.
Yeah, Charlo he could be a bit strong as well.
Yeah, he's got a good jab, power. I don't think Andrade knocks him out. But I mean, it depends what Andrade does, really. He could stink out like he done with Williams and hold. So he could do that.
Yeah. I don't know. That's a good fight, Andrade and Charlo, but unfortunately, it just seems like we won't get it, will we?
No.
We won't get it. What do you make of the lightweight division? Kambosos and Haney. What's going on there?
Man, I'm waiting to see who's Kambosos fighting. I mean, there's talks about him fighting Ryan Garcia. Obviously, if he gets past that,
isn't Ryan Garcia fighting someone? He's fighting.
Yeah, if he gets
Emmanuel Tayo. Sorry. Let me go on. He's fighting.
You know what? Right, he got on that. So he's fighting Emmanuel Tahogan, and I went on the rankings to see if he's ranked, and he is all of a sudden now ranked like number 7 or number 6, I think, on the Ring magazine.
Right.
Like, isn't the Ring actually owned by Golden Boy? Don't Golden Boy actually? Yeah.
Aware of that.
So to me, it seems like they might be trying to hype up that whatever his name is, to make him a better win, because he was. I don't ever remember him being ranked, and he hasn't fought in ages. Yeah,
I didn't even know
exactly.
who it was. I've never seen him fight. You know, and
Thank you for the nice comment, James, dear.
what did he
But
say?
yeah, he says my boxing knowledge is crap.
James, what's going
Probably
on with
because
that?
it's probably because I said something bad about Charlo.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what he said. I don't know. Maybe you upset him. You said something. What did
Yeah,
you say?
it's probably because of what I said about Charlo that you know what? I've said a lot of bad things about Charlo this stream. I don't know. I've probably upset him
No,
a little.
Oh yeah, I seen it. I think you said Andre's inactive, and he said Andre just fought. He's been fighting quite regular of late, but he's been fighting like lesser competition.
I mean,
That's what he said.
yeah. He's just fought, okay, yeah. But when was his last fight after that? It was Williams, wasn't it? It was like
Didn't he fight?
it was last April.
Williams.
Last April, isn't it?
Was that last April?
Yeah, I think so. Like, and then he's just fought
Let's
now.
have a
Like
look.
that's
Let's have a look. Demetrius Andrade. So Demetrius Andrade. Let's go to his box rec. Oh, what's going on?
I think I'm on it. Well, the box record. I'm just on there. He's right. So he has April 17th.
Yeah. April. That was last year, April 17th.
When did he fight Quigley?
Just recently, he fought Quigley. Just recently, November.
November. Oh, that's not that bad then. But
And when did he fight?
then look. See Luke Keeler, January 3rd, 2020. He had 2 fights, 2019, then 20. Only had 1 in 18, and he had 1 in 17. Year 2, 16, 15, 14, and then 13. Yeah, he's not an active guy. He's definitely not an active fighter, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's been very, he's been very, very inactive.
And he's not having tough fights either.
Inactive in the sense that, there's not meaningful fights. They're kind of like fights that he's going through the motions. Let's get Steven in and let him have his take on Andrade. Steven, Andrade, what's going on with brother Andrade?
Man, I don't know what's going on with Andrade, man. I don't know. I don't know if he just right now. You know what? It may be a matter of frustration with him because his career hasn't really gone in the right direction or how he wanted it to go. So I think he's just kind of frantic. He's moving frantically right now, and I think that's what's going on with him. He don't know what to do at this point.
He was talking about Eddie Hearn was talking about a fight between him and Benavidez. Do you like that fight?
I like it if they can make that fight. I like it. I think a lot of people don't really give Andrade his props, but that dude, man, he can box, man, and I think a fight between him and Benavidez, I think that's a pretty solid fight, man. That's a pretty solid fight. In fact, I will give Wavy Davy, I will give him the slight edge, but I wouldn't be surprised if Andrade was able to pull it off.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. I actually think Andrade wins that fight. I know Mikey said he thinks Benavidez beats Andrade, and I think Andrade beats Benavidez personally, but I don't know. It's a good fight. It's definitely a good high quality fight that could go either way. Steven, I wanna get your take on the lightweight division.
Uh-huh.
Cambosos, what's going off there? Cambosos, Haney, Ryan Garcia. What have you made of Ryan Garcia's next opponent, Emmanuel Tiogo? Is it?
I mean, he's a nobody, man.
Yeah,
Ryan Garcia, he's a nobody. It's almost the same thing with the same situation like Canelo had with Makabu. Don't nobody really know who these guys are. That they picking out the woodwork. That's coming out the manholes. And You know, these guys that we never, you know, these guys could be from Mars, but we don't know who they are. And I think that's, you know, I think that's kind of regressive for Ryan Garcia, man. As far as George Camboso, man, I think, you know, he's the king right now. He got all the belts. I think you know, he is, you know, he can pick his opponent. I think if they could make that fight between him and Devin Haney, they need to go ahead and make that fight, man. They need to make something happen. If he don't fight uh, Devin Haney, he need to fight at least give To his rematch, which you know he probably won't do. You know, he could fight, you know, saying Ryan Garcia. There's a lot of fights he could make. I think the lightweight division, they just really just stagnant right now. Ain't no output being made.
Hmm. Hmm. I want to give a shout out to Marky Dan. Thanks for the stupid super chat, brother. He says, but you can't blame Andrade. He's fighting who's available. Bernard Hopkins fought nobodies until Trinidad finally fought him when he was 36 years of age. Stephen?
Well, man, listen. Okay, so boxing, man, is kind of like the sport that, you know, everybody, there's so many ways you can critique boxing, and everybody has a point that they can, you know, they can contort and make it favorable for them. The fact of the matter is Bernard Hopkins, he fought some for real deal killers. All
Mm,
right. Andrade, we just, I mean, now it's just not the case. Andrade just ain't fought nobody today, man. He hasn't. He hasn't for whatever reason. And I like
mm,
it. I like Andrade, but he ain't fought nobody, man. He hasn't fight. There's just a brass tacks on it. He ain't fought nobody. He needs to get with, you know, he needs to figure out where his career is going for Pete's sake. Because right now, if you go, if Dimitri, I mean, if Boo Boo Andrade don't make a significant fight here soon, we're gonna look back and, you know, we're gonna look back at him and we're gonna be scratching our heads, asking ourselves, was he really that good? Was he really the person we made him out to be? He got it, man. Sometimes you got to take control over your own career.
mm,
Let's take, for instance, Terrence Bud Crawford. Look at
mm,
what Terrence Bud Crawford's been doing here recently. Terrence
mm,
Bud Crawford said, "You know what? I'm not the most enigmatic guy, the most charismatic guy, but my career is going putt putt. So I'm finna start making some moves. I like the initiative he's taking. He fired Bob Arum. He
mm,
been talking. He been calling out Earl the True Spence. He
mm,
been making all the right moves because because he's concerned about his legacy.
mm,
Andrade, he ain't, you know, he hasn't shown the same concern.
mm. I agree with you, Stephen, man. You're making some great points about Andrade. His career for me is man, that guy's fought nobody, man. I
He's
have to
had
say.
and he's actually had chances as well to get these big fights, but he's just put it all on himself, like because he's not avoided or anything. Like he's just a waste of talent. Let's just say
Yeah, he's a wasted talent. Or
waste of
put
talent.
it this way, we don't know how good he is. He could have been not that great, or he could have been special. We just don't know because he never really fought anybody.
I
Yeah,
mean, everybody got to goes through a certain point in their life where they hit rock bottom, and you know, even you know, that analogy could be, it transcends to every phase of life, your career. If you have say for instance, you work a dead end job, and you know you
Mm,
have more potential than what your job is offering you. You got to take your career in your own hands to make the proper adjustments. What you've been doing ain't working, so you gotta do some maneuvering. You know what I
mm,
mean?
totally, man, totally. Um, so James Deere says, why do you guys keep saying that about Andrade when he busts into Charlo's and Canelo's press conference asking to fight them and they kick him out?
Buster,
No, well,
listen, man, listen, and James, there, man, you my man, and you know what I'm saying. I salute you for coming on. You always on her. But here's the thing, man, busting in a press conference and making a little noise, that ain't fighting. That ain't really. That's not really actually making it making it happen. You
thank
know,
you.
you can bust. You know, I can go and I can, bust in a door or whatever all I want, but the action ain't being made. They ain't making that fight, man. They need to make the fight.
I
Whoever,
mean,
go ahead. Go ahead, Makai.
yeah, I can just say I want to fight Canelo next. Does this mean I actually really want to fight him? If Canelo don't fight
Wow.
me, that means he's ducking me, right? I mean,
Matthew,
I'm calling him out.
Makai, hear this. Hear this. Matthew Martinez says, Andre's been fighting the cream of the crop. If you don't agree, you're probably racist. Wow. What's going on? Matthew, what's that all about?
I mean, I ain't racist, man. I'm black as they come, man. I got a permanent team
I
on
don't
me.
know whether he's talking to me.
Man, he might be talking to you, man.
I don't think I don't even think I said much, man. But it's true though. I don't think I'm saying anything wrong. He hasn't, Stephen. Has he fought anybody?
Nah, man. Listen, man. It's the same thing, the same redundant, repetitive stuff we always talk about, man. Listen,
Hmm.
man. Anytime you start criticizing or not even criticizing, but making critical pointers, it don't mean that you listen, man. I love Andrade, man. You
Hmm.
know what? I think Andrade beats half of the people he in there with,
Yeah.
but his career is not. He don't have no notable names. What
Hmm.
notable names does he have on his roster, man? What notable names?
His
He ain't got
best
none.
his best win is Liam Williams. No, no,
Eubank beat him.
Varn's Martirosian. That's probably his best
Yeah.
win.
Hmm.
I mean, he's supposed to be a world class fighter. Like, yeah, it's not
Hmm.
good.
Yeah, man. So I mean, man, it ain't about being, what I'm saying. Don't go, and be calling people. I see, people talk about the LDBC and all this, that, and the third, man. I mean, that's a sucker move, man. When you want to say somebody is racist, or you want to you pick a convenience, and it has to favor you to in order to make the point. You know what I'm saying? That's a sucker move. You know what I'm saying? A real G is gonna fess up and say, hey, look, it's just this the brass tacks, man. I ain't been fighting nobody, but I'm I want to make something happen. I was critical of Terrence Bud Crawford, and here lately, I don't have the same sentiment. I've been. Everybody on here know how I felt about how Canelo's career was going, but you know what? The recent news I've been hearing about Canelo, it shows me that he's trying to make the hardest, toughest fights. I don't see that effort from Andrade. Now, we'll give Andrade props because he's gone up to a weight class that has more attractive fights. So we'll see what happens. And I ain't gonna, I ain't gonna bag on Andrade. Like, what I'm saying, I don't hate Andrade. I like Andrade. I just want to see him more active, and I want to see him in there with some notable opposition. Y'all feel me?
Yeah, that's true, man.
Yeah, exactly. I get you.
You know what? I'm gonna ask you guys a question. You know, whenever these guys become undisputed, like Cambosos, for example, why does it feel like they just like they feel like they're the king of the world now and they own the whole thing just because they won one fight? Wasn't Teofimo a bit
Cambosis.
like that as well, where he thinks like he owned boxing now, and like Cambosos is kind of doing the same. Like I don't
Mm,
get these guys, man.
Cam,
I'll let Makai go, then I'll get my
Yeah,
take on it.
yeah, go
thank
on.
you, thank you. Yeah, like Lopez. I mean, when Lopez won, that guy didn't go in the gym for ages, man. Like Campos, he's still training and everything. I think he's still very motivated, so I think he will take it very seriously. But he's starting to wind me up a little now. Like he's calling himself the emperor. He's
Yeah.
talking just nonsense on Twitter. I mean, I want to see him fight Haney or Loma.
Hmm.
That's it. That's it. there's talks about apparently that he might be fighting Ryan Garcia. Campos keep on denying it, but I mean, like he needs to just fight Haney or Loma. I would rather the Loma fight, but yeah, those are the guys he needs to fight. But as far as going like his mentality and everything, I think he's fine. I think he's going to be even more motivated in the fight to fight now because he's got all the belts. He's the emperor, as he likes to call himself.
Stephen?
Okay, it's like this, man. I mean, they get to a certain, they get to a certain point in their career that they work all their life for. So all their life, they work to be to get to a certain point. And then you have people like Money Mayweather that tells you that once you get to a certain point, you got to stop. You can stop working. You can start picking your opponents. Why? You've already fulfilled your end. You already got all the belts. I can come in. I don't have to challenge myself. I don't have to step up to the plate. Do none of that. But that's a falsehood. That's a false way of looking at things. That's a false way of looking at life. Your approach to life should be to challenge yourself, to embark on uncharted territories, and to always take on all comers and new opposition. What Camboso is doing ain't nothing different from anybody else, and I'm gonna include Canelo. Even Canelo at some one point in time said, "You know what? I'm the money man." And business wise, that makes sense. It makes sense business wise, but it doesn't translate. It doesn't translate well to what the fans want. What we want. We want to see these guys out here mixing it up. That way we can tell our kids and our kids 30 years from now. I remember when Demetrius Andrade, when he fought Jamal Charlo, and I remember that fight like when Jamal Charlo fought Canelo and X, Y, and Z, just like we do with Ray Leonard and Tommy Hitman Hearns and all them. Y'all feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
Absolutely.
Stephen, I'm going to ask you a question. Next week here in the UK, we've got a small fight, just a little bit of a small fight. You probably know where I'm going with this, Stephen.
Yeah.
Amir Khan takes on Kell Brook next weekend. Are you hyped for the fight? Are you excited? What do you think of it?
Yeah, man, I'm hyped for it, man. Two of my faves, man. Two of the guys that brought me a lot of excitement in my life and made me happy on many occasions. So yeah, I got respect for both of them. It's a coming of age fight, man, where they were on a collision course early on during their career, and they've been headed and they've been destined to meet each other. Now we got to that point. They're gonna meet each other, and I think it's gonna be a monumental event, a monumental affair. If you want to know who I'm picking, I'll probably pick Amir King Khan just to edge him out because I think he's the better boxer. I think the speed, although he's aged, but I think the speed, everything is favorable towards Amir. But they ain't counting out, Special K. Special K. He got the chocolate brownies that he won't. Amir Khan. He said, "You've been hungry for these chocolate brownies. You're gonna eat these suckers." So, man, we'll see what happens, man. It's gonna be a good fight.
You know what, Stephen? Kell Brook is a massive guy compared to Amir Khan. He's a big guy. He's a big guy. You know what I mean?
Yep.
He's a massive guy. So Brendan Jackson says, who looked better fighting Crawford out of Khan and Brook? I don't know. I think
that's tough.
Brook.
That's tough.
But Brook, the thing is, I'll say this: Brook looked better, but Brook's punch resistance looked worse.
Yeah, say that, man. Check it out. I was just gonna say that, man. Brook did look better. Okay, he did look better, but he looked kind of like he was looking for a way out the fight. He really didn't want to go there with Terrence Crawford. So it looked like he was kind of like tapping out when he didn't need to, and that's what. And that's see that brings me to another point I have in my mind. It may not have nothing to do with what we talking about, but as it pertains to Terrence Crawford, he's beatable. He's beatable, but these guys don't fight him throughout the duration of the whole fight. They just kind of take themselves out the fight. But every fight that including Amir Khan, these guys look super good against him. Kind of like with Canelo. Canelo, every fight, he looks subpar until he really turns it out, turns it on. And once he turns it on, it's lights out. You going night night. Now that's the thing. If you can really if Amir Khan got in his mind that he gonna outbox Special K, Kell Brook and outpoint him, he gonna win that fight. He gonna win that fight. But if he have any doubt, he gonna get flatlined.
Steven, you know what? I'll say this about Khan and Brook in terms of fighting Crawford. I do think that both those guys, when they fought him, were kind of like washed. If you see what I mean, I think they're way past their best when he fought Crawford. But how would you have seen either guy fighting Crawford in their primes? How do you see those? Like, I don't think like I think Crawford is special, but like, do you think Khan and Brook would have given Crawford a lot of trouble in their prime?
I think they would have. I think Kell Brook could have even possibly beat him. I think it's a toss up with Amir Khan because he don't have the tenacity and the punch power that Kell Brook had, in my opinion. But I think Kell Brook could have possibly even beat him. I think it's a toss up between a prime Amir Khan and Terrence Crawford. It's a toss up.
I think with Amir Khan, right? I think he had in his prime he had ridiculously fast hands and ridiculously fast feet. But here's the thing that separates Crawford, man. Crawford's IQ is another level, man. You know what, Crawford, right? He was in the center of the ring with Brook. Like, he wasn't even backing up. He was center of the ring, and he was and he, like, yeah, man. I just think Crawford's a very good fighter. Honestly, he's growing on me. You know what I mean? Every fight, he's growing on me, man.
Right.
Yeah, he is. I mean, he is no doubt about it, man. He's a good fighter, man. That's why I say, any fighter that stands in there and is able to pick apart and figure out their opposition is a dang good fighter, and that's seemingly how Terrence Crawford operates within the ring. He figures you out, and he just when you think that you got him under control, he turns it on. He turns that champion. He brings the champion out, and that's when it's he's a hell of a thing to try to contain. Once he brings that champion out, ain't no containing Terrence Crawford. Now I think once he get in there with somebody like Earl Spence, there's a fellow champion, and he has he has equal skill and equal prowess in the ring. That's when you see it. That's when you're gonna see it get real interesting.
Does Errol Spence beat Ugas? That fight's been announced. That's a tough
I don't
fight.
know. That's a tough fight. That's a tough fight, man. I don't know. I can't even call that fight, man. I can't even call. You know how much I love Errol Spence, but I can't call that one.
It's a good one, man. That's a good fight.
Hold on one second.
Ugas is being slept on, man. Ugas is being slept on. Mikey, what do you think?
Saturday.
Spence and Ugas.
Spence and Ugas fight. I like that fight. It depends how Spence approaches it. If he tries to bully Ugas, then Ugas will win.
We're the ones not busy.
Ugas will win that fight. That's what he does. He's a stationary guy. He likes to mix it up. He's quite fast and everything. What he does. But I think with the distance, I think Spence will just try and play it safe. A bit like what he done with Garcia. It'll be a very close fight, though, but I think Spence might edge it out. And there's no way Ugas is getting a decision. It's in Texas. That's where Errol's from. So yeah, I think Spencer wins just by using jab because Ugas, he can box, but he's a bit of a stationary target.
Yeah, that's a wicked fight, man. I like that fight. It's an intrigue because we don't know what Spencer's got left.
Yeah, true. And I mean, I think the weight cut's really, really affecting him.
Yeah, it's
That's
gonna
an
be good.
interesting fight, though.
Yeah. Jaron Ennis, guys. How great is Jaron Ennis?
As Porter said, he's a bit overrated.
You reckon? I think
Yes.
that's harsh.
But a lot of people think he destroys Spence and Crawford. A lot of people were picking him to win. I'm pretty sure, aren't you picking him to beat Spence and Crawford, or is he not
I
ready
did,
yet?
yeah, I did. To be fair, I did say that. Yeah, I did
Yeah,
say that.
I just think people might be
Who
overrating him
we
a
talking
little
about?
bit too much when he
Ennis,
boots
Jaron
Ennis.
Ennis. Did you hear what Sean Porter
Gonna
said?
be yeah,
Did you
he's
hear what Sean Porter
overrated,
said?
didn't he?
Yeah.
Absolutely correct.
Do you agree?
Yeah.
Is he overrated?
Well, in terms of some how everybody has them on their list. I will say that it's accurate. Is 100% accurate that he is one of the best prospects out right now. All right, but as far as him functioning and competing in the higher ranks of the welterweight division, I think you have no other choice but to say that he's overrated in that respect because we haven't seen him in there yet. We haven't seen him in there yet. But I say out of the new guys coming up, he's the most promising. He passes the eye test, and that he's incredible. He's a beast. He's hell to contend with. He'll break your face. He gonna put
Mm,
you, he gonna put you in timeout. He gonna put you night night. So
mm.
I think that he's, you can say that he's overrated, but you can also say that, the hype is real. Does that make sense? I'll say
Yeah,
that he's overrated, but the hype is real at the same time.
yeah. Steven, does he beat every single welterweight right now?
Nah, I don't think he does. No. I mean, you got guys in there. You got real operators, real deal killers in there. Like Earl the True Spence is a for real deal monster. He's a real deal killer in the field. And Udonis Ugas is a real deal killer in the field, man. Real boxer. You know what I'm saying? And we could talk all about how everybody, because see, a lot of what goes on in boxing is hype. People don't really think for themselves, so their opinion is regurgitated. It's secondhand regurgitated information. They haven't really crunched the numbers and came out with a computation that's really genuine and coming from their point of view. It's just secondhand. So everybody's saying that Boots is the biggest, baddest guy. But man, listen, man, Ugas been around. Earl True Spence been around. Terrence Bud Crawford, they've been around. Listen, I'm gonna say this. Did you see Keith Thurman? Keith One Time Thurman? That
Yeah.
dude's still incredible, man. He can
Mm,
beat anybody if once he gets back into the game and he's able to really start fighting some of the top tier opposition. Keith Thurman is gonna be hell for anybody, even even now, even now.
Fair.
So um, you know, just to answer your question, I say no. He doesn't beat every welterweight now.
mm. What I personally think that Ennis is a superstar. What about Shakur Stevenson? Do you think he beats everyone from do you think Shakur Stevenson beats everyone at 135, guys?
I
Lightweight.
Yeah, from 130 to 135.
Obviously, I think he beats Valdez. Yeah, 130. I'd say Cambosis, very tough fight for him. He definitely don't beat Loma. Ryan Garcia, that's a tough, very dangerous fight, but I think he'll beat Ryan Garcia. Haney, yeah, he beats Haney. Tank. Oh, it's very risky. I don't know, man. I can't really give you an honest answer for lightweight. But 130, yeah, I think he does beat everyone.
But what I say he beat everybody. And not name one of the dudes that you just named is able to deal with Shakur Steve or with Shakur. Shakur, boy. I mean, I'm tell you, boy. That dude right there is a killer, boy.
You think he
He
beats
is a
Loma?
killer. Man, that fight. I don't even really think that's a tough fight. Man,
What?
Shakur Stevens is. Yeah, I don't think that's a tough fight for him. Nope, I don't think so.
Wow. I think Loma.
What do you think? Shakur would have did in there with uh Rich Comey. He would have annihilated him, man. He would have obliterated that dude, man. He would have eviscerated that dude.
Loma obliterated. Loma obliterated Comey.
Nah, the Loma didn't really. He really didn't dominate like that. You know, it was still a tough. It was still a tough ruling fight.
Nah.
And then Loma. But hold on. This is what I'm saying. Loma came through with that, with them theatrics to try to end it. Yeah, he was winning the fight and everything, but it wasn't just no total domination. It wasn't total domination. It wasn't because he was in the fight. It wasn't no stoppage. He didn't stop him.
Yeah, but Comey was.
Huh?
He just showed toughness. Comey just showed toughness. That's all really. He didn't really have any big success against Loma at all. Loma was beating the crap out of him.
Nah, I mean he was winning. He was winning the fight. But if you beat the crap out of somebody, usually it ends up in the stoppage, right?
Not exactly. I mean, you can still being the crap out of somebody. It can still be a 12-round domination, 12-round beatdown, stuff like that.
Okay, so it's kind of like the same thing with Bevel and Canelo. We both said that he ain't gonna stop Canelo, but Canelo gonna take an ass whooping, and that's what Richard Comey. I just don't think Richard Comey took an ass whooping. I just don't think he took one. I think he got. Okay, let me say it like this. I do think he took an ass whooping, but it wasn't severe. And he showed a lot of fight. I've seen fights where guys get just pummeled, and it wasn't that. Get pummeled, but still they didn't stop the fight. Trust me, I'm telling you, man. I can almost bet my life on it. Shakur Stevenson, he would be Loma like he stole something. Like he went in his house and he stole his Xbox or PlayStation 5 or whatever they playing now. Which one is the best one? The best console? Is it?
I don't play it, man.
Yeah, I mean, how I look at it, yeah.
He gonna beat him like
Loma will be the big brother and Shakur will be the little brother, and Loma's going to teach him a little lesson.
He's savage, man. That dude's savage, man. His skill set is second to none, man. Listen, man. When you get into guys, and everybody want to talk about boots and all this stuff, but when you get into guys like Shakur and Gary Anton Russell and stuff, you talk about another stratosphere. You just talking about somebody that's on another level.
Yeah,
and Gary Anton
like
Russell,
Anton.
Man, that dude's savage,
possible.
man.
Yeah. Post, that's good. That's a very good test for him. Quite early as well. He'll win, but that's good, man. Good
But
fight.
he's a murderous killer. Gary Anton Russell he ain't just he's a serial killer. Oh man.
Loma's to school, Shakur, says Pepe.
Okay.
Loma couldn't put
I
Comey
agree.
away and cried to the corner to stop it because he was gassing.
Who said that?
James did.
Jesus Christ, James.
Pepe says Loma will be
Shit he comes out
undisputed.
with.
I think James and Mikey don't see eye to eye, Stephen.
Nah,
Oh,
they
my
don't.
God! Honestly, the amount of nonsense that guy comes out with, I don't think he's said a single thing right today. He never
You,
does.
you know what? When it comes to Makai's arch nemesis are James Deere
Yeah.
and Rare Breed, and not Rare Breed, Brotherhood. What's my man Brotherhood?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Stephen, you're right. I mean, Brotherhood, he's not so bad, but
To be fair,
James, oh my God, that guy's awful.
you've had some back and forth with Rare Breed as well. To be fair,
Yeah,
Rare Breed. Who's Rare Breed?
Rare
You
Breed.
might not know him, but he knows you.
Yeah,
Rare
yeah, yeah.
Breed. Was he the guy that? Was he talking to us before? Like, was he in the live?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You got into it with him one time when he was on live with us. But you and James Deere, man, you and Brotherhood, boy, y'all be going at it.
Yeah, yeah.
No, but Brotherhood, no. The things as I said with Brotherhood, he's not actually that bad. To be fair, he does come out with some nonsense, but then I mean, look, he just said Loma spank Shakur. There you go. He said the right thing, but James, obviously, yeah, he says nothing right.
But you know, one good thing about James is James ain't gonna back down. James gonna keep coming.
Yeah.
You know, he gonna keep
Well,
coming.
James is my guy, man. James has been like James Deere has been following me for. He's been like he's my dude, man. He's my
Yeah,
dude.
James, that dude, man. James, James come at me sometimes.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
I'm saying.
Yeah,
James ain't no
James has
sucker.
been. I can remember James Deere for like since I've been on YouTube. Like he's been around. Like he's been around for a long time. So I got a lot of love for James Deere. You know.
Yeah.
You can't have a go at people that have been supportive of you. And James has been, to be fair, he's been very supportive over the years. You know, he's been following
I
my.
think he needs to go on the live, man. I mean, for the like,
I've asked James to come on. But
I think he's scared.
I've asked James to come on. I've said he come on. But some people, to be fair to them, don't feel confident on camera. You know what I mean? They prefer to like.
And you know what? It just ain't some people's style. You know what I'm saying? We know and love James from James's card his image out, and his image is just so happens to be just like one of the outspoken voices in the chat. You know what I'm saying? I be checking James out, man. James ain't no, you know what I'm saying? James ain't no sucker, man. I like James, man. But just saying, James, we know James from being on the chat, man, and he be making noise up in the chat and everything. That's what that is.
Zakamo says says Imran loves all the LDBC lol, including Christian.
You know what, Christian? He comes out of nonsense, but I actually like Christian. To be fair,
Oh, wow.
I don't even. I mean, I actually quite like him. I don't think he's bad at all or anything.
Yeah, Christian Christian is a number cruncher. He's a number cruncher. He comes with the statistical facts and he points out things that you wouldn't necessarily be in tune to.
He's a science guy, Stephen.
Yeah, he's a science guy. He's a science guy.
He supports a certain style.
But you know what, Imran, your platform ain't for size guys. Most of your people on here are they have that one particular guy. They had that one particular guy that they hold dear to their heart, and they, once you cross that guy, you know good to him. Good to him. They don't care about the science, but Christian, he does care about the science.
But Christian loves Android though, Stephen. He's a big Android fan.
He thinks Android beats Bev.
Well, I won't go. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. But you know what? I see why he does like him though, because see, I can look at his reasoning, and I see the same things in Andrade that Christian sees. I'm just not as enthusiastic, or just not as boisterous about it as Christian is. But I see why he likes him. I see why he likes. And listen, man, I'd be remiss to say that Andrade ain't one of the top talents in boxing. How could you look at him and say and surmise otherwise? But the fact is that Andrade ain't fighting nobody. That's what we talking about. That's why the questions linger. When you ain't fighting nobody, that's when the questions come up.
Yeah, I'd have to agree, man. I'd have to agree with you guys, man. Um, yeah, definitely. Yeah, man. Everyone in the chat, man. I appreciate it, man. All good guys, man. James Deere. They made, brotherhood. Everyone. Pepe here, my man. Brendan Jackson, man. What a dude he is, man. He's been around for a long time. Brendan's a cool guy as well.
Yeah,
Zach
Brendan.
Moore,
Yeah,
my man, Zach
Brendan.
Moore, all these guys, man. All these guys I've been seeing some of these, seeing some, some names that are synonymous with you, like, like Zachamo, uh, the Brotherhood, James
Yeah,
Deere. Like these guys have been around for a long time, man.
yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I was saying at one time, I think it was the last live, or the last live I was on. I was saying that man, I consider these dudes, man, like brothers to me, man. Like like family because we all dudes. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Yeah, you should feel real good about your channel, man, because your channel has a lot of passionate people. You know what I'm saying? I
yeah,
wouldn't say that your channel has the most knowledgeable
yeah,
fan base because a lot of these guys be kind of on they be on Planet X
yeah.
sometimes,
Yep.
but 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 I say the passion is there, real high on your channel, man, and that's
Yeah.
something to say. If you got a fan base and they're real passionate about whatever it is, that's usually a good thing. You're doing something right.
Mm, mm. Yeah, hopefully, you know, as it grows, people will have, so like, obviously everyone, the thing is with boxing fans, Stephen, they always have a fighter that they like, right?
Yeah,
And they
like
always
yours,
have,
is Canelo, because you'll make a thousand videos in one day. Now I'll be Canelo.
yeah, yeah. To be fair, I like Canelo. To be fair,
Yeah,
I do like Canelo. To be fair, um,
yeah.
and there's, to be honest, I like him because I feel like his resume is the best in boxing. I think he conducts himself better than any other champion in the sense that I don't really see any controversy.
Mhm.
Uh, so yeah, man.
It's all good, man. I mean, you like who you like, man. Now if you was to ask me who's my favorite right now,
Hmm.
everybody knows
Tyson Fury?
I like
Tyson.
Tyson Fury.
Yeah, yeah,
I like Earl Spence, but
yeah,
to be honest, to be keep it all the way live and all the way a buck with you, I don't know if there's any one boxer right now that I could say is just my absolute favorite because I just like boxing. I like, what I'm saying, I like the little nuances of boxing that a lot of guys probably wouldn't even notice. I like referees. I like to inundate myself with the whole spectrum of boxing, the whole ambiance, the whole. I like seeing fighters even getting their hands wrapped. I like the butterflies in your stomach when it's when you turn on boxing and these and you could watch two boxers that you never seen in life, but you
mm,
can grow and you can watch it instantaneously and gravitate towards one box and be like, man, I like that dude. I like how he making me feel. You know what I'm saying? That's a little deep, but I like boxing on that level.
mm. Yeah, man. Boxing is great. You know what? Boxing is kind of like, it's improved my. I remember I never used to really, like, back when I was young. I never really had any interest in boxing, but
Hmm.
like now it's like I couldn't live without it, man.
Yeah, man.
I couldn't
Yeah.
live without it. I ain't gonna lie. I don't think I could live without it. Honestly, the kind of feeling back in the day, I remember like cricket used to be a sport that I was very close to, cricket, football. But now boxing is by far the most, um, the sport that I'm most intrigued about. Like, and I don't, like I said, I don't think I would be able to. I don't think I'd be. I don't think I'd, be able to live without it, kind of thing, man. Part of
Mm-hmm.
life.
Yeah.
I also I don't like when people say boxing's dead. Like, I mean,
No.
we're in every division, right? Lightweight, for example, in every division, we're still actually getting good fights. We're still actually like Haney versus Diaz and Linares. These guys are all top 10 guys. It's just maybe we want to see Haney, Loma, Haney, Ryan Garcia, those kind of fights. But we're still getting good fights, if you know what I mean. Like, if these ranked guys fighting each other. I mean, that Haney Diaz fight, and Linares fight, those were good fights. It's just stuff like that, really.
Yeah, man.
What's this celestial being says here? What's with this comment, man? Lord Imran TV got to stop having these unintelligent black quests. These people are mad. This isn't an LDBC type pro Charlo, pro Errol cult base. Most fighters supported here are winners. What?
Oh well,
I don't even know what he's saying, to be honest.
yeah. I mean, you got a bunch of grammatical imperfections in what you wrote, so you ain't. I know you're not the sharpest tool in the shed. You got to come again with some of that, man. Stay off them drugs, man. Them drugs,
Pro
them
Errol.
drugs, them drugs be they be frying these dudes' brain, man. Some absolute nuts on here.
Stephen, James Deere says, Stephen has the same passion about the sport and the ins and outs like I do with UFC and MMA as a whole.
That's righteous, man. That's righteous. I salute you.
Yeah, I'm not a big UFC fan, man. I think.
I'm a big UFC fan.
Are you?
Yes. Yeah, I'm a big boxing UFC fan. Yeah.
I dabble in it, but I just don't have the same love. But I'll say that MMA is boxing's first cousin, so that makes sense.
Boxing will always be the better sport. No flipping doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. Yeah.
But I know a little bit about MMA, but I mean boxing world, man, it's got my heart, man.
Yeah, boxing's a long way better.
Yeah, man.
Ahmed's in the house. Ahmed, what are you saying?
I'm alright, man. I'm just really excited about this Bevel fight, man. I really want it to really happen, man. I don't know if they've signed it on dotted lines, but it's a really fascinating fight. I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, definitely, man. We're all a great fight. Who do you think wins? I know you think Bivol wins, right, Ahmed?
I think people will edge it, man. Yeah, because what people does, he uses all his advantages, to the best. I mean, his height, his reach, power, movement. He uses everything really well, and I just think that it might be a step too far for Canelo. But if Canelo does pull it off, man, that'll be unbelievable.
Ahmed, next week we got a small fight here in the UK. I know you're excited about it because you told me before. Amir Khan will take on Kell Brook. How do you see that one, man?
I always had it 50-50. One day I'd wake up think one day Amir Khan. But as that's getting closer, I'm seeing Amir has got this extra sort of confidence about him, and it's not even overconfidence, but it's just that I think he's had a great camp and that, with Crawford and that. And I think physically he's got himself in real good shape, and I think he fancies his chances, and I think he might edge it.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I don't know, man. I don't know. To be honest, I'm so on the edge. I don't know, Ahmed. I don't know, man. I genuinely don't know. I couldn't be sure. If I say Khan, I'll be picking him because I'm biased. Like, I genuinely don't know. I genuinely. Go on, Ahmed. What were you going to say?
The book is got favorite.
Yeah, you're breaking up, Ahmed. I know your connection's breaking up.
The bookies have got Kell Brook favorite.
Yeah.
I just think.
I think you'd have to leave and then join back.
Khan's going to pull it off.
Let's see if you can get him on. Ahmed? Oh, Ahmed's gone. Makai, man, I want to thank you for coming on. I'm going to get off as well now. Guys, we'll do another live stream probably tomorrow, Friday, whenever. But Makai, man, I appreciate you coming on, man. You stayed on for long.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, thanks, man. I like talking boxing with you guys.
Yeah. Little Penny, what's he got to say before he comes on? Little Penny, my guy, what's going on?
Hey, man. I haven't got much time, dude. I just wanted to say hello to. Is it Makai? Is it Makai?
Yeah.
What's up,
I
Little Penny?
was going to actually end the live stream, but no worries, Little Penny, man. I want to.
Oh, yeah. I've only got about 5 minutes, man. I just wanted to say hello.
We'll do another 5 minutes then.
Okay. All right, thanks, dude. What are you guys talking about?
So I don't know. We were just talking about the Khan Brook literally just now, Ahmed, and then he basically was saying that he feels that Khan's gonna win, but he feels that he was a 50-50 fight, but he goes as the fight's edging closer, he just sees Amir Khan is so confident.
Yeah, he is. You know, Imran and Makai, Rama's Corner, which is one of the most followed boxing channels on YouTube.
Rummy Corner, you mean? Rummy Corner.
Yeah. Oh, I think it's called Rummy's Corner with an S at the end.
Oh, okay.
I think I can't. Oh, you might be right. But they also predicted that Khan he has the same prediction as me: 6 rounds TKO.
I'm just not as confident as some of you guys are, to be honest. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm such a hardcore Khan fan, whereas I'm not really looking at it from a neutral.
Yeah.
I'm not really looking at it from a neutral standpoint. I just don't know, man.
Yeah.
I just don't know, Little Penny. Remember,
what does Makai? Imran, what's Makai's prediction? What does he think?
He's saying Brook. He's saying
Yeah,
Brook.
I think I'm obviously I'm not confident. I said it was. It took me a while to actually say who I thought was going to win, but yeah, I'm probably going to go with Brook. But
Really?
I want Khan. I want Khan to win though.
Hey, Makai, he can't even make weight, dude. That weight's gonna kill him. He doesn't even have a. Brook doesn't even have a strategy. His strategy is just to make weight.
What weight is it at?
Dude, he's so big, man. Have you seen how big he is? He looks like he's about 160.
Yeah, no. What weight is it at?
149.
Do you think Brook will come in heavy? Do you think he'll take the penalty?
I don't think he'll make that big. He looks big, man.
Yeah, it's risky, but Khan. I mean, he's not exactly got a good chin either, really. I mean, it's a weird fight. These guys, they should have fought ages ago, but
yeah, but Makai, Brook is not a big puncher either. It's not like
Brook has got some power, and he's definitely got the power to get Khan. They can't.
Yeah, but not completely knock him out like Prescott and Danny Garcia or Canelo. I don't think his power is in that realm. I think it's lower a little bit. Right? I can't remember.
At this point, what does it take to knock either of them out?
Yeah.
I mean, Crawford did flipping knock Brook out with a jab. That was the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
So I don't know. What does it take? I don't know, man. I don't know.
Nah, Khan's hand speed is still there, in my opinion. He just can't do it for 12 rounds.
Yeah.
He's probably a little slower, but so is Brook, right? So, man, I've got Khan, man. I've got Khan in a very. This is going to be like what Amir said. He's going to find out on February 9th. Is it February 19th?
Yeah.
That he's going to school him, man, and he won't quit because of his pride and the fact that Khan is on the other side. I think Ingle is going to have to stop it for him. Because, look, when you have one bad eye, right, really you should retire. Even the best have retired. Or for example, Ray Leonard. If you've got 2 of them, man, you shouldn't even be near a boxing ring. My God, If you think that you're a punch shy with just one bad eye, when you got 2 of them, that's the reason why he got knocked out with a jab against Bud Crawford.
That was a bad knockout.
I know, man. That looked how can you not get knocked out by a jab? And it's not
Bud Crawford. He was all over the place as well. Like
Yeah,
he
and
literally didn't know what happened.
And Imran, it's not like Bud Crawford's jab is like Tommy Hearn's, where it's like stinging, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And yeah, that
It didn't even look powerful.
Yeah, I know. It was just like a normal jab, like a rangy jab, and all of a sudden he like kind of like fell to not fell. He went to the ropes, like yeah.
That
But
was
yeah,
bad. It's, you know what's going to be interesting is when like Brook lands on Khan, how he reacts. When Khan lands on Brook's eye, how Brook reacts.
yeah. Because Imran, Amir's face is still fine. Like it's like he's got no like it's the chin is the same as it was before. Now it's a little washed, right? But he hasn't got any problems like Brook has.
Yeah, he hasn't got any like damage.
And to be honest, apart from the Maidana fight, which was a very competitive fight, and he in fact he won that fight, you can make an argument that Amir Khan really hasn't taken a beating, like a beating as in like where it's for 12 rounds. He's taken a beating like a Margarito when Pacquiao fought Margarito. You know what I mean?
The Lamont Peterson fight was tough.
Yeah, but the thing is, he was competitive. He didn't take a beating. Like it was a 50-50 fight.
Oh,
like,
you mean where he's been battered from pillar to post kind of thing?
Yeah.
Like Kell Brook and Golovkin.
Oh man, that was bad, man. Oh god, I felt so sorry for Kell Brook in that.
Literally ruined Brook's whole career. That was his downfall. That fighting that monster.
Yeah, man.
When Khan fought Canelo, Khan was kind of doing well in the sense that Canelo wasn't really landing a lot of shots on him, apart from body shots. But he wasn't really landing a lot of headshots on Khan.
Yeah, Imran, I saw that fight again, right? I just wanted to see it.
Yeah.
Man, in that first, I think in the second round, Amir threw like a 3-hand combination. Canelo didn't see it, and his head was like, you know, when you don't see something, your head goes back. I was thinking, oh my god, like I didn't even see it. Like it was just like so quick, like bang, 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 bang. His problem was
fast.
His problem was he's doing so well that he thought he might land a few more, and he just got caught. And he thought it was a body shot, but it didn't. Canelo changed it to a headshot, and it wasn't a very good fall. Like damn.
The Brotherhood says that Brook took a dive against Crawford.
I'll be honest, that was the first thing I thought when it happened. I was like, what? How the hell are you getting dropped by a jab? No, it was probably the weight, the weight cut. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, the weight. Yeah. He couldn't make 147. Like he did make 147, but it was really hard.
So it's a catchweight fight then, him and Khan.
Yeah, but the 2 pounds extra, that's not enough. This fight should have been at
trust me,
154.
that actually makes those 2 pounds actually can make a very big difference for Brook.
Yeah, Mackay. But the thing is, this fight should really be at 154, where Brook is a little more comfortable.
Yeah, it should be at 154.
That difference between 154 to 149 is a bigger difference than 147 to 149, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah,
I don't think. I know. You know what? 2 pounds makes a big difference when, when a guy is not massively struggling. Like Kell Brook he is so much like at 147. Kell Brook's like a dead man walking.
Yeah.
And at 149, it'd be exactly the same. I don't think it'd make that much difference.
Yeah, I agree.
I think and then remember, there's a rehydration clause as well.
Oh, is there? I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's a rehydration clause as well.
Well, what's the rehydration clause? To what weight?
I think he can only go up to like 162 or 160, something like that.
Oh, okay, man. I'm changing my position. I'm picking Khan. Oh my god, there's a rehydration clause. Yeah, Brook's not winning that.
You know, Mackay, you might understand this because you're a boxer and you have to make weight. Sometimes when you've been making weight for so long, and then you try, and then you're like drained, and you try to eat after the weigh-in, sometimes you can't eat. Your body won't let you. Like, you know what I mean? Where say for example, he weighs in at 149 and he tries to rehydrate to the max of 162, but because Brook is now old and he'll try to eat, sometimes your body won't take it. The only thing that you can eat is probably fluids, because you've been making weight for so long. Your body won't take food anymore.
Yeah, I mean, well, I don't cut weight anyway, but yeah, I know what you I know what you mean. Brooks gonna struggle a lot more as well, obviously, because he's like, how old is he? Like 34, 35? Yeah, I'm picking. I've literally changed my prediction because it's a rehydration clause. Khan's definitely gonna win that fight now.
Man, Khan's got all the advantages here, man. The weight,
yeah, I know. If he still manages to lose it,
yeah, Khan's got no excuses to lose this, man. Like, man, he's got all of the advantages. Like, and I don't know why the English, what do you call it? The betting odds are with Kell Brook. I can't understand that. Like, how is that possible?
I don't know, but like maybe they, I don't know. Maybe they might change on the week of the fight, possibly. But I don't know. I just think they think Kell Brook's power might do the job. I think that's why. Brendan Jackson says Brook is winning here.
Yeah, all right, yeah. Oh, but the thing is, Brook had never came across to me in his prime as a knockout puncher. Like, you know, and now, even though power is probably the last to go, in that fight, in his last few fights, I didn't see it either. Like, you know, to knock out Khan, you got to be like someone like Canelo or like someone like DSG in his prime, and you know what I mean. Those sorts of caliber. Brook was never a knockout puncher, and now he's old with damaged goods. So that's the reason why I'm picking Khan, because, and plus also he's going to struggle with weight as well. And it's like, you know, Brook hasn't got a lot of advantages here, apart from maybe if it goes past 6 rounds, you know, he may have a chance there. But the thing is, I don't think even if that was the case, because of the weight cut, he won't be as energetic as most people think, because there's a rehydration clause. He can't go up to like 170.
Yeah, it's a good one, man. It's a good tough fight, that one.
Man, I can't wait for this. I can't wait for that show, that Sky, what's it called? The one on
gloves are off.
The gloves are off. How come that's still like, I'm still waiting. I've been waiting for that for like a month.
I think it's coming out on Sunday. It's coming out on Sunday.
On this Sunday?
Did you see the tease? Did you see the one they put out today?
Yeah, man. Like, Kell Brook was like eyeing him out, like, man, like, I was thinking they might be like, are they gonna do it here? Like, I'm thinking maybe Kell Brook was gonna throw some like water. Like, I remember Amir Khan throwing water to at the press conference. Yeah. I thought he might do something there. Like, oh,
yeah, man. Guys, you know what? It's late. You know what, Little Penny, man? Thanks for coming on, man.
All right, man. But let you guys go because it's probably late. Great.
Man. I'm tired. I'm knackered. I'm about to knock off. But yeah, Mackay, appreciate it. Little Penny, appreciate it. We'll definitely next week, when the fight gets closer, we'll definitely do another live stream and we'll discuss it in more depth.
Are you gonna do? Imran, are you going to do a live stream when the Khan Brook is actually on? Like, are you going to be on? Like, on? Or are you going to?
I don't know because I'm going to have a lot of family over. So I don't know. I don't know though. I might do. Let's see. I'm going to be really nervous. So I don't know whether I don't know. I'm going to be like proper nervous while watching.
You know, Imran, I saw your live stream when you had the live with Pacquiao and Thurman. I thought that was really exciting to see. I couldn't see them, but I could hear your brother and your father's reaction. Sometimes it's good, man. Like, just to see.
Yeah, but then the volume, I can't have the volume on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll have to take the volume off, and that's the only thing.
Yeah.
So
all right, man. I better let you go, man, because I know you probably want to go to sleep.
Take care, man. Little Penny, I'll speak to you next week. Take care.
Okay. All right. Bye.
See you later, guys. Everyone in the chat, take care. I'll see you guys whenever I see you, tomorrow or Friday. Take care, everyone. I'll see you soon.